Hello and welcome. I am DM Leech, also known as the Last Hit Point Hero, and you have found your way to my friends and I's favorite little corner of the internet, ours. We're so very glad you're here. Hope you enjoy your stay. Over the course of the next several months, we are going to be working our way through the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module, Curse of Strahd. Join us to see if this darkened valley, full of darkened hearts in need of a glimmer of light and life and hope, will find it or be lost. We'll find out. First and foremost, no attempt at making this adventure child appropriate has taken place. While multiple adjustments intended to correct problematic elements have been made, it is still a dark and stormy story. This gothic horror adventure touches on many dark themes. Contains descriptions of violence and light gore, adult language, adult content, allusions to abuse, suicide, homicide, child endangerment, and generally speaking, lots and lots of darkness. Our players are here to bring the light. Everyone playing here knows what to say or do if something goes too far, but you, as a viewer, however, do not have that tool at your disposal. Only you know you, so please keep a finger near the eject button if any of those things might be problematic for yourself. But barring that contingency, keep all heads, hands, paws, and claws inside the stream at all times. Slap that follow heart to join Strahd's zombie hordes. Find back episodes on Last Hit Point Hero channel on YouTube. Follow us all on Twitter using our socials as seen beneath our beauteous faces. And, above all else, be good. Just, that's the rule. Be good. Item B. You might not know these amazing players, so we're going to change that. Everyone here is going to take a moment to say hello, introduce themselves and their character, plug other shows or projects they're participating in, games they play, highest placement in regional spelling bees or science fairs, etc., etc., etc. Starting in our updated order in the upper left corner of your screen, she comes with a government warning not to replicate, duplicate, or copy, even though you couldn't if you tried. It's NiferNif.
Hello, I'm Nifer. I play Bright, the Artificer. I'm dreaming up lots of ideas of what to do and stuff, and I'm very happy. I'm from the Not Quite Heroes podcast and the Tabletop Galaxy podcast, which are a D&D 5e actual play and a Star Wars RPG, respectively. They're pretty cool. And I actually have won both a science regional fair and spelling bee regional competition. So, first.
Fancy. Very fancy. Thank you so much. Second, with a man like this, on a day like this, there's only one way to introduce Noir Enigma, and that's like this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
The lag.
I almost made it the whole day.
The lag was so good.
That was amazing.
The lag was perfect.
It heightened the experience.
You know, let's be serious. If someone was singing happy birthday to you in Barovia, it probably would sound just like that.
Basically.
What are you, like 23 now or something?
Oh, shucks. Actually, I'm either 33 or 34. I don't remember.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
I don't believe
it. Doesn't matter anymore. I hit all the good ones. It's all downhill for me.
Everyone's a good one.
Yeah, challenge accepted. This is going to be a good one. After the we had last time,
yeah,
that's true. That's true. Hi, everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me on all the socials as Noir Enigma. Tomorrow, I'm going to be over at Unmade Gaming playing Entanglement, our Expanse game. Then after that, there's some other stuff. I don't feel like getting into it. It's my birthday. I can do what I want or not do what I want. That's what I'm choosing to do today. I've got a son, and I can't wait to see my son again.
Perfect. We will take it. Thank you, Noir. Next, in the top right corner of our player display. Stronger than the foundations of the Rocky Mountains. Faster than the spinning winds of the Great Plains. Softer than the kiss of dew on a clover. It's Corndogg McGraw.
I agree with the stronger parts, but I assure you I am quite slow. So, hello everyone, I'm Corndogg. You can find me on the internet at Corndogg McGraw. Basically everywhere. I never took first in a spelling bee because I would always be too busy goofing around with the people next to me. And I got a military honor or something like that at the science fair for coming up with a cool wing for planes. But that was about it. I didn't actually place. The military guy just came around and was like, "Good job."
That's really
Rob,
cool.
is there a bug? There is totally a bug by Rob.
Yuck.
I can feel it. I saw the startle look to the right.
That or his.
Oh no, it ate him.
I think it's more like probably child issue. One of the chilling.
Did the bug take him out?
I think the bug took out.
The bug took him.
Robotic got taken out by a bug. Well, we'll see. We'll skip Robotic's introduction. We're not there yet, though. He still has time.
We'll make up stuff about his science fairs. It's fine.
You know, I didn't mention it, but I've actually won a spelling bee as well.
Hey!
Below Corndogg, in the bottom right section, some know how to stack them. Some know how to roll them. Only he knows what to do no matter how the dice tumble. It's 1 in 20 D&D.
Yes, sir. And, yep, try to celebrate the 1s and the 20s and everything in between because it's all fun to me. So I am doing some really amazing stuff, including this incredible stream. I'm also in 2 different streams with the Dice Tyrants crew, and those are amazing. So one is tomorrow night, 7:30 Central Time, and that is Aether and Steamworks, which is like sort of like sci-fi, steampunk, and fantasy all blended into one. It's an amazing system, and it's a super fun cast. Lots of crazy role-playing. And then on Saturday night, same time, 7:30 Central, we play as Zweihander, which is a very grim, dark, and we're doing the game. It's starting out kind of like a soap opera. It's really fun. So each of the players is sort of doing a one-on-one with the GM for a little bit. That's amazing. Come check us out there. And next Wednesday, so a week from today, we're getting back together. The Tabletop Galaxy Second Sunrise crew. So I will be in the GM chair. I am nervous about it in both the good way, like I can't wait, and the bad way of like, oh my god, I got so much prep to do. So it should be fun. So check us out next Wednesday, the same time as this game. We'll be alternating, so you can find us, Tabletop Galaxy, and those are the coolest things I'm doing right now. I kind of do my own stuff. You can find me on YouTube and all that other thing, but yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh, all right. The most interesting accolade or something that I guess I was able to win. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it, but I did score high honors on the geometry state exam in California, which meant I got top 1% in the state on that test, which is pretty darn cool. There's lots of kids in California, so that means I did dang good on the geometry test.
That is
I never was
awesome.
in any spelling bees because my spelling skills were terrible.
Okay, so I've just been informed that no one can hear you guys, just me. And
Well, so we got to start over.
I think we
From
do.
the top of the happy birthday.
From the top of Happy Birthday. Okay, so I'm not getting any monitor
so
on the
glad.
desktop audio. It's not bouncing.
Uh-oh.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna this. Well, hey, it's
Okay.
not a stream unless there's tech issues.
Right.
We need to
Hey,
like super
chat.
speed.
Since you can hear me, I am going to dump this stream, restart it, and see if the desktop audio will hear them. So give me a second. We will be right back.
Live in it.
I will hold like 4 dice.
I do.
I've got a nice prison. I can hold 7 in there though.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
That's
there
pretty
we
cool.
go.
All right, I hit live. It's making
Oh, we're back.
It's making
I just
bouncy
saw a clip.
lines.
Bouncy lines.
Bouncy lines.
Can anybody hear us?
This is going to be a YouTube exclusive in a second.
Please don't. I don't need to be this embarrassing on multiple platforms.
Oh, I already toss it on.
It's working.
YouTube.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
working.
hearing it.
Okay. Is
Mhm.
it are your guys is your guys' audio all right? It's kind of hitting kind of high and hot on mine.
Do you need us to talk then?
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Talking.
All right. If that's
I
good,
Words are
Talk,
said.
You know,
talk,
since
words.
since we have already embraced the fact that the issues are happening, I'm gonna hit some audio real quick.
At this point, I'm just gonna bust out into a Shakespeare monologue.
How's that sound on stream?
Audio
I
too.
am the very model of the modern major general of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I call the
Hey, are you wearing fur, sir?
That's awesome.
Talk less,
What?
smile more.
Huh?
Bye. All right. I think audio issues are dealt with.
All right.
I think we're
Of-
good.
Of us 5,
Here. Hey, Shinobi can hear me. Shinobi, awesome.
perfect.
All right. Yep. Shinobi, keep us informed if anything else needs adjusted, wherever
If
we
he's
are.
still working, out of Alexander Hamilton, Lawrence, Lafayette, Mulligan, and Burr, assign the 5 of us to those 5.
If I don't get Burr, I'm leaving.
Oh my gosh. We
Well,
will
I mean,
have
yes, but also Uther is Mulligan, and you know it.
That is true.
to. Oh my god. We've already decided the rest of us have to come up with a rap now. Thanks for that, Noir.
Oh, I wrote that.
Yeah.
I wrote one.
Sweet.
Already?
Yeah.
Already.
You didn't know Niffer had
Well,
bars?
Noir freestyled his.
I
So,
yeah, I
mean,
can't
that's,
freestyle.
That's a huge challenge.
No, I can't freestyle. I'm not gonna try.
No. I mean, to be fair, I wrote it in like one take.
Yeah.
I just didn't
I mean,
record
that's,
it.
It's-
I
that's
did.
fair.
It's written freestyle.
I wrote freestyle.
All right. Well, let us continue. So, to confirm, yes, that was a spider that nearly ate Robotic, which is why he threw his computer across the room and disappeared in silence. So that
I did.
he's going to pass on the spider crunchies, I suppose. Where'd my introduction go?
Noir, I see you taking pictures of your dice.
Taking pictures of his dice. Well, gotta pull my introduction back up because I can't remember Noir's or Robotics off the top of my head. So, everybody, so chat, you missed probably the most beautiful rendition of Happy Birthday
No.
that has ever
I was
been
assaulted.
ever
I
been
was
uttered.
attacked viciously. No, I'm just kidding. I loved it.
Auditorially.
Social
assaulted.
services is on the way to save our poor boy baby Noir,
Our boy.
our boy Noir.
Boy.
All right, so for the other introductions, you will have to find the YouTube feed later because we do have audio for that grabbed elsewhere. But our final introduction, next to me, in the bottom center, gentlefolk, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first robotic gentleman.
Hey guys, I'm Robotic Gentleman, and I assure you the spider did live. Not that being. No, I didn't smash it. I just, let it out the window.
You're a better person than I am.
Yeah. This is basically my version of Dad getting out of the house, so I don't have much other side projects going on. Aside from that, the only thing I did competitively in school, that one was a math team project to make a 12-foot tall triangle out of small triangles, about that big.
That's
Took
really
about
That's pretty
12,000 in a rainbow pattern.
Ooh.
I wish I
Whoa.
still had a picture of it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nice.
That would be awesome.
Mhm.
So I usually don't share. I give you guys what to say and don't worry about it. But in middle school, I
Are
got
you humble bragging?
no. This was one of the biggest disappointments of my 8th grade career. In 6th grade,
Ooh.
I got 3rd place in the school in the geography B. In 7th grade, I got 2nd place in the school for the geography B. In 8th grade, I dumped out at 10th because it was all about the Civil War and I didn't care about the details of exactly what happened there in the battles. So that really ruined me.
I just voluntarily failed things after the year after I won. I was like, look, I've peaked. I'm done.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about retiring on top.
Yeah.
I didn't retire on top so much as I discovered Dance Dance Revolution, so I started skipping class to go play Dance Dance Revolution.
Yes, DDR was the best.
That was pretty innovative game.
Hey guys, what's DDR?
Hey guys.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you
Ready.
added a
Let's
year.
party.
So you
to
guys may not
Noir.
know this, but this is Niffer's final stream.
I went unconscious last time. It was just foreshadowing.
It was for
Well, let's give her a chance to redeem herself with an epic
can't.
recap.
No, it's fine.
Exactly.
I understand. We all have our times to leave.
Nope. Now you can't go. You're trapped.
Okay.
With
Be
it's
right back, everybody. So sorry.
summaries. You're gonna miss all of the notes about
It's
you.
your birthday. You can do what you want.
He's
to.
got food waiting for him at the door right
It's
now.
not food. Apparently, my buddy just texted me. He was like, I left something at your door, so I need to go and run and grab it real quick.
All right,
Pet birthday
Cool.
surprise. Go get that.
go get it.
This is where I write my 5-paragraph essay about how cool Noir is, and now he won't hear any of it. Oh, wait. This is where I write the summary, guys. I forgot that I went unconscious last week until I was writing the summary, so we're all in for some surprises. Session 4 summary. The party has spent the past day going through the Death House, the cursed residence of the deceased Lord and Lady Durst. Their biggest find was the sole living resident, the illegitimate son of Lord Durst. They finished cleaning out the basement dungeon, baby in tow. Bright protected the boy from surprise ghouls going unconscious for her troubles. They all regrouped upstairs once they re-deaded the undead, and debated on a new name for the baby. Nearly everyone contributed with names from their cultures and backgrounds, and it was really sentimental and cute. Everyone learned that Leaf had been found as a baby too, and Uther and Bright struggled with feeling guilty about how they're keeping the baby safe. Finally, some temporary peace was found as they settled on the newest party member's name, Tobias Mote in the Darkness. Nightmares plagued the group's sleep again, but in the morning they left the death house. Solaire took the bones of Rose and Thorn and the nursemaid Margaret, promising to lay their bones to rest in a better place. With a bit of coaching, Ficus used her first magic to set fire to the house, and the party set off to the village of Barovia. Stepping into the streets, they briefly encountered a sketchy vendor peddling dream pies and other trees? ? And we are ready to go.
Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. And that is exactly where we plan on picking up.
Wonderfully done.
Very wonderfully
Thanks.
done.
You missed my 5-paragraph essay about how great you are for your birthday. I wrote it just for you, and you missed it.
No, I came. I ran back as soon
good.
as I felt all of it in my soul.
Good. Oh, good.
Well, just because tech is so much fun, it looks like we're not going to have a battle map tonight either, unless I can figure that out.
No fights!
No fights.
What do we need?
All
to battle?
role play.
Oh, play, come on.
All right, got
I mean,
it.
I
Figured it out. Sorted it
I was gonna
out.
say I can start by showing y'all what I got.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Yeah, what'd you get?
They got me this.
Oh.
It's a little Vex.
Dope.
It's a Vexalia.
It's the new Vex.
I'm so
Yeah.
jealous.
Seriously.
Ah, too much light. There we go. That's cool.
That's awesome. So we're announcing our first giveaway, and it is a hold that up again.
All you have to do is beat me in a fist fight.
All right, game on.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
gonna say, you know that I'm a black belt, right?
You know I own
Also,
5
did you
swords,
see this?
right?
Okay, first you have
Did you
to
see
find
this
me.
piece of art of Vexalia?
Yeah, I've been enjoying that for a certain. We need a close up of it at some point.
Alright.
Yeah, it doesn't help that there's like the slightest glare from the window coming in. So it's like going down part of her frame. But yep, that's Vexalia behind me. There's also another one of her right next to that, so
Oh, that's awesome.
until I had a favorite.
We're all big fans.
Everybody has favorites.
My favorite is Bright. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Aw. You just have to say, I'm just kidding at the end.
My favorite is Uther.
My
Right.
favorite is Tobias, so fuck off.
You know, that's fair. Tobias is my favorite.
So, pulling the 5 of you back together. Well, the 4. Everybody but Robotic to attention.
He was the good kid.
He was. Hey. The little old lady, Grandma Morga, starts to walk away down the street. She kind of vaguely pointed off to the west as to where the mansion was when you said. When a sound starts to come from Uther's pack. As a little baby starts to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the front pack? I'm like,
Hey,
what
he's
is in
got-
his backpack?
He's got baby in a sling.
Yeah. I pulled Tobias out and I try and rock him a little bit. Like, it'll be fine, child. Stop screaming.
As soon as you pull out the child, Grammy Morga stops and turns to look back down the street a half block. Oh, she scuttles over, leaving her cart a half block away. Walks up to Uther and tilts her head. Ah, sweet one. Oh, but you're armed adventurers, aren't you? You can't be adventuring with a baby like that. Oh,
Do
Gra-
not tell me how
I
to
am
raise my
educated.
child.
I mean no offense. It's just Grammy Morga has quieted many cries in her life, and if I could cuddle the child, I'm sure that I could help soothe his tears.
He is
If
still
anyone
learning.
is to soothe my son's tears, it will be me or my companions.
Oh, I mean no offense. Just, well, perhaps I could teach you a song. Are you from Barovia?
No,
Is the child?
no.
Oh. Roll a deception check.
I am debating between like wanting to get rid of this nightmare hag and really wanting to hear Dane sing in that creepy voice.
How Barovian does the baby look?
Can a baby
you-
look
Are you
Barovian?
referring to the creepy screenshots that I sent you earlier this week?
Yes, yes, you ruined it. You ruined it.
I did ruin it. I'm sorry.
Wow, I rolled a 5.
So, ignoring what that says, because I forgot it says exactly what's on there. Hey! Oh. You keep your secrets. That's fine with Grammy Morga. But just come find me if you want to learn a lullaby or two. We'll meet again.
We have plenty here.
And she turns to leave.
I just kind of clutch Tobias a little closer, and I also grip my axe, and like I'm not hiding the fact that like I've got my hand on the axe ready to swing if some shit goes down.
I step between them, and I'm going to ask her before she leaves. Does she know of a church in the area, possibly one of Lathander?
There's a temple up north. She walks the rest of the way to her cart and starts to creak away.
Much as I applaud the intention and opportunity we have of protecting this child, I'm afraid that Tobias is going to become a liability.
I'm just going to bounce him a little bit more, and then I'm gonna look at Tobias and I'm gonna be like, silence. And I'm gonna see if that quiets him down.
Persuasion or intimidation?
Intimidated baby.
Don't intimidate me. Just
It could work.
No, don't do it though.
It doesn't work
Damn
in real life, I'll tell you that.
So,
That's a 7.
Tobias keeps crying. Seems
I am-
uncomfortable by your words.
I will pull out the little music box charm thing that I rigged and see if that works.
Alright, you turn on the music box. Ting, 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 ting. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ha ha! Oh no, my character sheet disappeared. Am I good at persuasion? I'm good at persuasion.
Ooh, a
Whoa.
20. Dirty 20.
Whoa!
So, when you start playing the music, he's a much, much happier little Tobias.
Yay! Parenting win! Sorry.
So I'm just gonna Rocco closer to the music box, and I'm just gonna say, this can be managed. It will just take time.
Old babies do. I don't know if you have much experience with them, but I do, and lots of my baby cousins took a long time to fall asleep when they were very little and stuff. So it's not any reflection on you, I promise.
Much as I distrust what that old woman said, she had a valid point. Combat is no place for a child.
We almost lost
I expect
Bright
we will
protecting.
see. Exactly. I expect we'll see more in the days to follow. We need to find the Vistani as quickly as we can and pray that they are able to protect this child.
They will.
Or maybe even the temple.
You all just see
He would be safer with my family.
you just see Uther clutching Tobias, and he's got the axe, and he just starts to walk away from this conversation.
Uther is in denial.
Uh-huh.
So I gave you guys a little horse and cart for your traveling around the village, if you'd like. Bright, you have been to the village of Barovia a couple times. As you mentioned last time, there's not very many people. There are very many Barovians that the Vistani trust. So you've not spent a lot of time in the village, but you do have a general idea of where everything is. So you can look around and see the major buildings. The
Is
inn,
anything majorly changed?
nothing's majorly
what I'm
changed. It's nothing much changes in Barovia other than somehow, as dilapidated as it is, it looks more dilapidated every time. That's really all that changes in Barovia. One person fixes a roof shingle and 3 others fall down somewhere else.
Bright, are you familiar with this village?
Yes.
So, you must know where an inn would be, and how do we find the Vistani? Kristoff said to meet him here, but
Kristoff?
where? Was it? I'm sorry. what
Do
was
you
his
perhaps
name?
mean my uncle Stanimir?
Stanimir, thank you. Yes, Stanimir.
Yeah, very similar name, Kristoff.
Yeah. Wrong game. Sorry.
We've all been there. You were going to explain where the inn was, I heard you start to say.
Large building, center north.
There's a large building, center north, and all that. Right there.
So that is the Blood on the Vine Inn. Below it is Bildrath's Mercantile.
We hate him. I mean...
And then you also know that the temple is to the north.
We don't hate them.
And the between the between Grammy Morga's vague directions and your experience here, you know that the Burgomaster's mansion is to the south.
We don't hate him either. Where would the Vistani camp when we would pass through? Like, did we ever stay like outside of town like we did Daggerford, or
Nope.
anything like that? No
Nope.
usual spots to check?
Nope.
All
No
right.
usual spots to check. In fact, you probably found it a little unusual that Stanimir would have said to meet him in the village of Barovia.
Yes, that is weird. Yeah, there's an inn over there, and the Burgomaster's mansion is that way. I don't know where exactly we would find my family. Sorry, the Vistani. So I guess, where do we want to go?
Perhaps someone in the inn has heard news. It's always a good place to start. And Leaf is gonna take the lead down the road.
Well, I would personally like to go to the temple, but I'll follow you guys for a bit.
Yes, we can find that too.
You pass by the inn on the way to the temple, so it gives you plenty of options.
Okay.
A single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square of the village, its brightness looking almost like a solid pillar in a heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, there's a sign hanging precariously askew on a building just to your right. It once said blood on the vine, but now it says blood of the vine, as someone has painted an F over that first inn. The door opens, and a young man, about 20, comes out with a huge smile on his face and says, "Ah, strangers! Wonderful strangers! You made it! Stanimir said you would come, and you did come!" This very handsome, athletic guy in his young 20s with platinum blonde hair and a massive sword over his shoulder comes out with arms open. New friends! New friends! My name is Ismark! My name is Ismark! Welcome to Barovia! Welcome! Oh, I'm so glad you came. You're a few days late, but I'm glad you're here. I'm so very glad you're here. Oh, sorry, yes, yeah.
Nifer has 2 questions. 1, do I recognize him? And 2, is Uther threatened?
Okay, you know that the platinum blonde hair is a giveaway. He's probably related to the Burgomaster, who also is known for his platinum blonde hair. Young enough that your guess is a son, something along those lines. But you haven't met him personally.
Cool. Uther? He has a very big sword. Are you threatened?
Nah, he looks like a chump.
You could take him.
He smiles. Oh, no, don't be shy, don't be shy. I am Ismark, and you are?
You said Stanimir was looking for us?
Yes, he told me to keep an eye out. You are the ones that I'm looking for. He said he would send you straight to the village.
Yes. Well, we got a little bit waylaid, but we are here now, so...
Well, hey,
We don't have a group name, I guess, so I just... Hi, I'm Bright.
Bright. Yes. Bright, are you of the people?
Not of the moment.
Oh, that's right. I'd love to talk later. I would love to learn more about the Vistani sometime.
I just kind of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you could always join them.
I just kind of walk up and get this dude's grill a little bit, and I just go, milk.
Cheese.
I just like poke out again. We have.
Is this a game
small
of some
baby.
kind?
No, we
I
have a
need
small baby who would love
milk.
food.
Oh,
Thank you.
milk. Yes. I think we could probably get some Oh, you have a little baby. It is so very cute and precious. Does it have a name?
Tobias, mote in the darkness.
All of that. The whole
Yes.
thing.
Tobias.
All of it.
Huh. Well, yes, we could get some milk in the inn. He just kind of steps back a little bit. He didn't back off when you got up into his grill. He stood his ground. So Uther can take
Res-
that as he will.
Respect.
Believe me, friends. Seeing you here has brightened a very dark day. Come, we'll get ales, we'll get wine, we'll get milk. I guess. Why not? What does the dog? You have a dog too.
Yes.
We actually have
Jerky.
2 dogs.
Oh, strangers are
out.
so strange. Come in, come in. He turns around and he goes into the inn.
Like I duck my head down to get in the door.
You walk inside, and this is a very dirty inn. There's a few people sitting about. They don't look particularly happy about being there, but, sitting, drinking, eating. To your right, there are 3 women sitting together. They look very similar, and one of them has a scar under her left eye. The other 2 probably look like they're related or something along those lines. As you pass by, all 3 sneer at Bright. And behind the bar is a rather large fellow just absent-mindedly cleaning a cup. Ismark is the only one with any kind of exuberance in the entire place, and he turns to you. Friends, I have my regular seats in the corner. Come. Enrique, ales. Wait, do you drink ale or wine? You are one of those tabaxi, correct?
Yes, I am.
Do you drink
And
milk
I would
too?
prefer clean water. On occasion, when the mood suits me, but I prefer clean water if you have it.
Oh, we have Barovian water, which I guess that's clean is relative.
No, it ain't.
It's well enough. Yes. Well, Enrique and some water, the good stuff, the good stuff, and you are one that hides a great bit of talent in a small frame, aren't you, halfling?
Yep.
Wine, beer, food.
Yes.
Do you
Probably all of those would be good.
Yes. She says yes. The answer is yes. All yes.
Oh, that's fine. The cheap wine or the good stuff?
Cheap wine, please.
Cheap wine. That is a good way to make friends very quickly, is to order the cheap wine when they're barring. Eric, just the simple stuff. That'd be great. And he stops and kind of looks at Solaire for a second, and he seems to take special note of your holy symbol. Are you a person of faith?
I am. But I also do not need any food or drink. Thank you for the offer.
It's very unusual. It turns to Uther. That's very unusual. Don't you think that's unusual? I bet you eat a lot. Well, come, sit. He
So,
leads you to a
Uther,
booth.
is it?
Ismark. I'm
Ismark. Oh, God, these names.
And you?
Clearly, I'm famished. I am Leaf in the sunlight of summer.
You have a long name
Perhaps
too.
we
This
should
is
eat
wonderful.
first. Yes. Perhaps we should eat, and then you can tell us what it is Stanimir sent us here for, because we were under the impression we were meeting him here, but it would seem that's not the case.
Well, I don't. You seem to be traveling with one of the people. I don't know if you know them well. They don't like to stick around for very long, and they really don't like sticking around in Barovia. It's such a pleasant place. He kind of gestures, and as he does, you see a spider descend from the ceiling, like just past his hand. It's a beautiful place, really. If you
Quite.
look underneath the filth and behind the drudgery. It could be better. It will be better.
Leaf just takes a seat at whatever bench or.
There's a very large
there
booth that he gestures for you guys
Yeah.
to sit in. You get there, and as you get there, this large, heavy guy comes out with a tray in each hand, covered in cups of various kinds, and he very silently just goes up and sets them down in front of all of you. Looks at
Thank you.
Ismark. Food. Yes, food. I would ask you what you want, but there really isn't much choice. We've got bread and wolf stew. That's basically it this time of year. I apologize, but, we get by with what we can get by. Everyone eating?
Yes.
Indeed. Except for Solaire, as he
That's right,
mentioned.
that's right. That is very unusual. Yes, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Me too, Eric, thank you. The big guy looks down. Yes. And walks back to the bar.
New favorite.
So Stanimir said that you were coming. Actually, I am here on behalf of my sister. She doesn't like to leave the house anymore, but she knew that she could trust the people to find her a little bit of light. Let's eat, let's drink, and then we can go see my dear sister Irina. So tell me, have you been in Barovia long? Days? Moments? Weeks? You're 2 days
Days?
behind Stanimir. He came by quite a while ago.
Yes, I was going to ask when you had last seen him. Do you know which direction he was heading? Because it would be very good if we could talk to him.
I think they were going to go to the Sayre Pool to see Mother Ava. Something
Good.
or another along those lines. That's all they said to me. I don't know how long they'll be there. But you, why are you away from home?
Because it's a bit of a tradition for us that we must take some time.
She thinks she's special. One of the 3 that you saw at the door comes over to lean against the seat behind you.
Not as special as you always thought you were. And I
think-
just stand up and just get in her face because I'm so upset.
She doesn't
Very
move.
quickly.
She has a single cut underneath her left, or scar underneath her left eye. She, oh, isn't she cute all by herself?
I am not by myself, clearly. Just like you can never be by yourself because you always have to have your backup.
Alinka and Sorvia walk up behind her. Mirabelle looks to each of them. Oh, my dear sisters are insulted. What are you doing in my inn? You all told me you didn't want me. Oh, are you here to bring me back?
That is not my decision, that is Stanimir's, and you know it.
Aw, you wouldn't have me back. You never liked us.
I
What
was
about
a
all
child.
of you? She reaches over and kind of knocks on Solaire's head. What are you exactly?
I slap her hand.
So violent.
Like, at them touching Solaire, like Uther's just gonna stand up to his full height. Do we have a problem?
No, but you look like a solution.
Niffer breaks too easily.
Yeah, it's hard.
Are you eating? Are you drinking? Are you
Not
enjoying
with
our
you.
hospitality?
I'm trying to, but slowly I find myself losing my appetite. We came here to rest and to eat. Leave us be.
Oh, you are welcome to do so. Alinka walks over next to Ismark and says, "Ah, dear sisters, what do you think of this one?" She starts twirling her finger in his hair. He's to be in charge now. Isn't that right, Ismark? You are in charge now. It's not under the circumstances I'd prefer. But yes, I am to be Burgomaster. Ladies, thank you for your hospitality. We will be sure to pay and be out of here soon.
What kind of shoes are they wearing right now?
The 3 of them are not wearing shoes.
Only good things can come from that question.
I'm so happy right now.
Excellent. They're not wearing shoes?
No, so they have pants that would be kind of tied, exposing their calves. At least we'll say that that Mirabelle does. And she does have... It would be like the ribbons to a ballet slipper, except without the ballet slipper. Are kind of wrapped around her shin and her foot.
And then like sandals or
Excellent.
Barefoot otherwise. Just a kind of the strip of the
Just
ribbon
rags.
underneath her foot.
Getting a feeling that Fig is going to be up to some shenanigans. Can I attempt to help with an intimidation roll?
Tell me how you want to
Would-
intimidate him and go ahead.
Would that help, Fig, or you want me to let you rock this?
It could, I guess, just in case I make a little bit of noise,
Okay.
just to like serve as a distraction. But I'm definitely like pulling on my halfling size, like hide in plain sight kind of stuff. Whereas like when they're finally like engaging with Uther and when what's her face is playing with the dude's hair, like I'm just like, oh, they're all engaged right now.
So I have my great sword leaning kind of gently against the wall, and so I'm just going to like slam it down and go, leave us be.
So it slams down, and Tobias starts to cry.
God, my son!
So Sorvia circles around the table and says, "Oh, sisters, look! He has a baby!" She wiggles her
Get
finger
away.
toward it. A good little baby. Oh.
I'm like keeping Tobias from them now. And I'm just kind of looking at my hands like, oh my god, I'm a dad now. All of my scary is going.
Ficus, if you want to roll that stealth check, go ahead and do so. With advantage at this point. There's a crying baby that everyone's staring at.
We will always have advantage because of this baby now.
That word. Hang on, I've got to roll again for the advantages.
Daddy was just trying to be
ooh,
scared.
19 and 23. Nice
Yeah.
rolls.
So Ficus slips beneath the table and no one seems to notice. Sorvia's like, "Oh, why are you making him cry?"
I'm not making him. Shut up!
But he does cry. She looks over at her sister Mirabelle. "It's a crier, Mirabelle. Oh, you're right, a crier." How
Yes,
sweet.
well, very proud of him. He has a soul. Now go away.
Eric, come here. The big guy comes over and stands next to you. Yes. The baby's a crier. Yes. Does
I
that
do not.
bother you, Eric? No. Eric is so much fun, isn't he?
Question. Does Eric seem like he doesn't sing?
Yup.
Yes, as a matter of fact. That is the sense that you get about Eric.
I am now definitely keeping Tobias at arm's distance from everyone. Going, we will take our food and we will go to our rooms.
Ismark's like, everyone, let's just... Eric, is the food almost done? Yes. Could you bring it to us? Yes. Thank you. Ladies, if you... Shh, little one. Little one.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and get him to stop.
Ficus, what
keeps
did you want
roll.
to do with your amazing stealth roll?
I'm gonna drop some caltrops and just set them up under their bare feet.
Oh no!
I only have 1,000 of them. It's fine.
You know, I was hoping that she would try to like tie her
I know.
strings together
That's what I was hoping
like
too.
a high school kids movie, but that's just way worse.
Nah, full on
She
fucking
went 0
Legos.
to
I am
100.
just tossing Legos out on the floor.
She attack of opportunity.
D4s everywhere.
All right.
Oh my,
Well,
oh my god.
You are a genius.
so you do place...
I didn't like how mean they were being to Bright, so
Now, just to clarify...
like originally I was thinking like tying ankles, and then I was like, oh, they're barefoot? I'm gonna go for just a little bit of ouchies.
Oh. So
We're gonna murder these people on accident.
you
Well, a caltrop does 1d4 damage, and like the average person doesn't have.
They're not average. They're fine.
Okay.
the
These are my cousins, everyone.
These are non-lethal caltrops, if I should clarify that
that's
first.
so you're just trying to hurt them, not seriously injure them.
Yeah,
We
I'm
don't
not
have
trying to
hurt their
break
pride,
skin.
please.
Okay.
Yes, pride.
We're hurting
We're
their
here to
pride.
break their pride.
So
Break
as,
their spirits, please. Not
as
their
the
bones.
baby's crying in the background, Eastmark he says, ladies, please, we'll eat and we'll go. I didn't think that this, and he kind of gestures toward Bright, and then vaguely gestures toward them, would be a thing. It shouldn't be. I thought. I don't understand you people at all. We'll eat and we'll go, and that will be it. We're going to see my sister anyway. We won't be staying the night. He kind of points at Uther. And then he turns to the baby and he just goes, once were Trey ravens high in the tree, once
Roll
whooped
for it.
down, two cawed at me, three zipped and zoomed, soaring so high, the prince then appeared and far did they fly. Our birds who remained were black in the heart, life fore and after is now worlds apart. And Tobias kind of looks at him as he's singing and starts to quiet just a little bit.
And Uther's just gonna pull Tobias in closely and just to try to get it the rest of the way.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Singing is his favorite.
14.
14's enough.
Yay.
He quiets the rest of the way, and then about that time, you're able to get the milk started for him that was brought out, and he calms down to go back to sleep a little bit. The three sisters say, fine, Eastmark, if you don't want our company, then we'll just leave. And they kind of turn abruptly on their heels.
If you wake this child up, so help me God.
As soon as she screams, it kicks Tobias awake.
God.
Get out! Get out! Eric, get them out! Yes. Eric walks over, he's out.
It wasn't our fault.
Eastmark's like, let's just go to the house. We'll go to the house. It will be fine. We'll pay. He puts some coins on the table for Eric, and let's just go. And he stands up. Ow! Oh God! Lord above! What are those things?
Someone must have dropped something on the floor.
Follow me! And he kind of rushes out the front of the inn.
I will continue singing to Tobias to try and get him quiet.
He calms back down.
I'll be sure to clean up any caltrops on our way out that like our group would step on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. It wasn't responding. I'm worried about that. Alright, we'll sort that out later. So, Eastmark goes out the front door. He's like, come on, to my home. You'll come to my home. It's a dark day, but, it'll be better. It'll be better. Eastmark leads you toward a manor house at the end of the road. A handful of
They were
Barovia-
rather unpleasant.
Yes, they seem to make it a habit of being unpleasant. Usually it doesn't matter, but
They have been that way all their lives.
Do they own the inn?
they do. Yes, they do.
Is there another inn in town?
He kind of looks around, and from where you're standing in the middle of the square, you can see all the way out of town to the east, all the way out of town to the west, all the way to town out to the northwest, and a manor house to the south. No, that's it.
If they were to go missing, who would be next in line to inherit the inn?
Whoa, that
Please.
is too much.
Please,
Well,
no,
Uther, that's
this
a little
is-
extreme.
this
I
is-
was just thinking
that-
we'll
was that too
probably
much?
end up sleeping outside again,
This is
which is
like-
perfectly all right with me.
It's like my
They
second
were annoying
day.
cousins. It's not worth dying.
Guys, let's go to the temple. I'm pretty sure they can give us a room for the night.
I agree with Solaire. And also,
Well, we have plenty of time for that. I think first we should see what our new friend is on about.
Well, let's go down and we'll talk with my sister, and then we'll talk about the church after that. I think that would be better.
Lead on, Ismark.
He leads the really not all that far down the street. As you guys are heading that way, a couple Barovians, and there's a few. It's about noon. Nod to him and greet him. One woman stops you along the way and grasps Ismark's arms. Middle-aged woman, just wearing drab clothing. Her head is wrapped in a handkerchief. She says, I'm so sorry, Ismark. He was a great man. You will be great as well. Thank you, Vasha. My sister and I appreciate your support. Well, you have it from me and my family. Good eve, Burgomaster. Good eve. He waves. It's only noon. I don't know why they always say good eve. Come on. A few more feet down, a weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The gates are twisted and torn. The stuttering squeal and clang of one of the gates swinging and slapping against the fence greets you as you approach. Weeds choke the grounds and press upon the house itself. But against the walls, all of you notice, quite easily, that the grass has been trampled flat. The windows have been boarded up. Claw marks are scraped along the wood. The beautiful finish of the walls has faded and been torn. Great black marks at the door eaves show signs of fire against the mansion walls. There's no glass in any of the windows behind the boards. Everything covered. Everything marked with stains. Ismark walks up to the door and fishes a key out of his pocket and unlocks the door and tries to open it. And she's concerned.
It looks like you've been under siege.
It has been a rough couple nights. Yes, it has been a rough couple nights. He bangs on the door. Boo, boo, boo. Irina! Irina!
At a glance, do I recognize the claw marks? Do they look like bear or something similar, or
give me a nature check.
Sure.
T-Rex.
19.
19. You are quite confident that they are not marks made by any animal that you've ever seen or know.
T-Rexes.
In Barovia.
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
He looks around.
Anyway.
Well, it fishes out a second key and tries a second lock. Click. The door opens. He goes, "Oh, she locked everything. Come in.
Those marks were not made by any natural creature. Be wary, friends."
You don't know the half of it.
As you enter
Do
the
you know
mansion.
more?
As you enter the mansion, a gorgeous young woman with hair as dark as midnight descends the stairs from the second floor. At her hip is a thin sword, around her neck a lace scarf. Her gaze passes over each of you in turn, resting briefly on your obvious armaments. She raises an eyebrow when she sees the dog and the baby. So, my Vistani friends finally found warriors. So good of you to arrive. Too late to save my father, though. Come in, gather round. What has my dear brother told you?
Not much of any consequence.
What happened to your father?
She passes by you to start relocking the door that Ismark has kind of drifted away from absentmindedly. She gestures toward a sitting room off to your right as she passes. Inside, you see a well-furnished room. The fixtures show signs of wear, but they're still in good condition. The noticeable oddities are the boarded-up windows, the presence of some variation of holy symbols for the Morning Lord in different rooms, and on the floor of the sitting room, in a simple wooden coffin, is a platinum blonde-haired man, surrounded by wilting flowers and the faint odor of decay. My father could not take it anymore. She locks the door.
I'm sorry.
Come.
Our condolences. When will you lay him to? When will you inter him?
Well, hopefully soon. But, well, I had to wait until you arrived.
Did you now?
There's only one safe place to bury the dead in Barovia. In a consecrated cemetery.
Are
Unfortunately,
not all cemeteries concentrate? I mean, I'm not much for the holy things, and I'm looking at Solaire now. It's like, I mean, I don't know much, but I was under the impression that all cemeteries were consecrated.
we try to keep them consecrated, but it is hard to keep things holy in Barovia.
Interesting.
I'm sure that Father Donovan can perform the necessary rites. My father will. He will rest untainted by that dread bastard's touch. He will. But, Stanimir, the Vistani, and you. I asked my good friend Stanimir for a favor. In secret. And I hope that my faith is well founded in 5 strangers that I just let through my door. I'm desperate.
I can assure you we mean you no harm if that's what you're concerned about.
That's Eastmark's job to find out before he brings you here. I'm sure he talked to you at great length to ensure that you're exactly who you appear to be, right?
Yes.
She looks at Ismark
We were-
and he kind of drifts off into the sitting room, or the drawing room.
Sure.
Wonderful.
We make a good impression, I suppose. Now tell us, what is troubling you? Clearly you are ill at ease.
It is not just me. This entire place is ill at ease. This entire country is ill at ease. There is nothing but illness, death, and fog, and loss. And our people are dying without dying. And every year it's more.
What happened here?
Oh, it has always been this way in Barovia. It's just getting worse.
Always?
Always. We are born in darkness. We grow in darkness. We work in darkness. We try to find love in darkness, but we're more often just content with whatever we can find. We make babies and move on. Then we
For
die.
how many generations has it been thus?
Ha. My father told me it has been 600 years since the Dreadlord arrived. Oh,
And he still reigns?
he is Barovia. He is the land. He is the mist. He is whatever he wants to be.
Most unnatural.
He is what spoke to all of us outside of the gates. Leaf.
He spoke with you,
Oh, is that so?
and you yet live.
He did. I suppose if that's if what you're saying is true, a figure appeared, and now that I think of it, seemed to be mocking me, or us, I should say.
Well, just tell me you didn't try to defy him first off.
He tried to climb the wall.
Oh, dear lord.
Ficus also looks directly at Uther, who is standing next to her, yelling things at the door. When they first arrived, just remembering everything that Uther yelled.
Uther
Being
is
like,
extremely quiet right now. Like he's just got Toby and Lancelot, and he's not even here.
Morning, Lord, preserve us. Her eyes pass over Solaire. Ah, an interesting symbol, but of the Morning Lord nonetheless, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. I was just about to head up to the temple after we saw you. But I want to know, what has the church itself done in regards to the Lord of this land?
Sometimes, when it's as dark as it is, you are content with candlelight. And that is what the church has done. It has been a candle in this darkness that we huddle around when we need to or want to or think it helps, but the candles gutter and go out. One at a time. And, our dear Father Donovich, he has had a rough few years. I think it was 2 years ago. You hear Ismark from the other room. It was 3! It was 3 years. Oh god. He wanders back into the room. It was Father Donovich's son. He was a great guy. We used to play together. About our age, wasn't he, Irina? I think he had the sweets for you. Doru. Funny guy. Very, very lithe, graceful. He could dance like no one I'd ever met. And he went to see the castle of Ravenloft. He wanted to meet the Dread Lord. He said he wanted to see royalty. And he did not come back the same.
How so?
I only glimpsed him. There was a lot of screaming, a lot of banging on the church door that night, and, well, the next morning I heard nothing. Father, Donovich holed up in there, only came out for food, and wouldn't talk much about it beyond that. Oh. Be warned, he's not been quite right since his son disappeared. Well, reappeared, whatever you'd call what happened. He didn't speak to us for months. When he did leave, he was pale, nearly manic. We went to check on him. We're not heartless. I mean, we'd knock on the door, but he just yelled to go away, that nothing mattered. We tried to break in a few times, and he would just scream the entire time we were in there. It was very unpleasant. Our fear is the loss of his son was just too much for the old man to bear. In Barovia, everyone suffers. The only question is how much. Isn't that right, Irina? She just kind of side-eyes him.
Really? That's no way to exist.
It is the first thing that I want to ask of you. Perhaps this is your great test. It will prove so much to me. Our father needs to be buried. Will you come with me to the church and convince Donovich to do so?
So
Absolutely.
you have some remains that you wish to be buried as well. Perhaps we could all go together.
Well, huddle close. She kind of looks around.
Are
I
you
stand up there.
prepared? Shall we do this today, or when would you like?
been 2 days already. I really don't know if I can take another night like the past 2.
Do you have a cart or a wagon?
Father was a thin man. My brother and I can carry the coffin. It's no problem. We haven't really had much need of a cart. Ismark, who has a cart? Ismark.
Don't worry about the cart. I'll carry it.
By
At least I could do.
yourself?
I could
Leaf is
also-
wide-eyeing Solaire. Like, you're gonna carry
also
a
rig
coffin
something
by
up with
yourself.
the dog.
I'm a big boy.
Well,
Perhaps
Ismark will help. We'll be fine.
the
It's a
group of
short
us
I like-
can.
I like
Very
point to the
well.
metal dog who could maybe also carry things.
Let us all take a corner, shall we?
I'm indicating Uther, Solaire, and Ismark.
Uther does not respond.
Irina, perhaps you would lead the way.
Of course, I appreciate your help. It's better to take care of this right away.
Uther, snap out of it.
I'm like hitting him on the shoulder.
He just
Don't hit him! Don't you know how dangerous that is?
Not like hitting him. I'm like, it's like bumping him on the shoulder.
I think you would have
just-
learned by now.
he just looks at Bright. If we are to do this, can
I'm like already holding out my hands, thinking he's gonna ask me to hold the baby.
you can tell he's having a hard time doing it. He's just
Yes. Yep.
thank you. Then he gets his great axe, and then he just takes one corner of the casket, like
Just flip it.
It's tilted awkwardly as the Goliath has a corner on his shoulder and everyone else has their hands up in the air.
and that's basically me and Solaire just soloing
Well,
this casket.
we're just
It's just
I mean, he's only a foot taller than Leaf, so.
Okay.
metal bros. All right, so yeah, we got this.
As Irina turns to the door to start unlocking it, she just pauses for a moment. And you see her it looks like she reaches up to scratch the back of her neck. That tickle you get at the back of your head.
Can I look specifically there, please?
You can
Are
make-
there maybe? Is there a vampire bite there? Maybe.
Make a perception check.
I'm suspicious.
So she has a lace scarf completely covering her neck.
I'm suspicious.
That's fine. You can make a perception if
Sorry.
you like.
Cool. I didn't mean to get a spear.
She just attacked Irina. For any
I'm
of you that don't know,
suspicious. I'm suspicious.
That was the wrong button. 16
No, but, like,
perception.
That's what I do in video games all the time. Is I just hit the wrong button. Like I'm trying to sneak and I just stab somebody
Stab
on
an
accident.
NPC.
Like, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to sell all these daggers.
Just wanted to sell things to you. I didn't mean to murder you.
As
But
she,
yeah. Anyways, 16 perception.
as she reaches up, you don't see her scarf move at all, but you do
Mhm.
notice that her hand pulls against the side of her neck as she puts it back down.
All right.
Kind of just
All right. I'm just gonna keep holding this baby now.
and all of you hear a voice from outside the door.
Mm.
Irina. Irina. She freezes. Turns and puts her back to the door. Irina. No more. You will choose. And there's this gust of wind that blows through the house. The paper rattles everywhere, lamps shake. The glassless windows, the boarded up or not, do nothing to stop it as it blows through.
Interesting.
You hear this fading voice pass through the house and behind you. You will choose me.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You just hear the me. trail off at the end.
Now I would like to use the spear. No.
I am going to turn to Irina, and I'm going to look at her, and I'm going to say, we are going through a lot to help you and yours. If there is more that you need to tell us so that we can be properly prepared, then tell us. Because I have things and people with me I cannot afford to lose.
As you turn around to face her, despite all his bumbling earlier, out of that side room as you're getting ready to go, Ismark comes with his greatsword drawn. And all of you are fighters or fighters enough to have seen the stance, and you, Uther, who use a greatsword, Ismark knows what he's doing. He knows how he's standing. And his eyes are darting between the front door, Irina, and the back. Irina looks up to you, or at you. It's not easy to talk about what's happened the past few nights. But what I can tell you is I don't think I'm in direct danger anymore.
I am not a smart man, but I am wise enough to know that that is the voice that belongs to the man that your people says is Barovia. And if he is telling you to make a choice without telling you what the choices are, that means that you know what he is requesting. So tell me everything that you know, or your father, or this man can stay here and rot.
Persuasion or intimidation, your choice. I'd say probably
And you're not holding
intimidation.
I'm
So
still
you-
holding the casket.
Jesus! I'm rolling physical from now on. Fuck
Shit.
this.
That was
Blink
10.
catapult him.
So you
Catapult. Ugh.
you are a
You were rolling at
capable,
disadvantage.
capable man. You understand the aura that you exude just by walking into a room. You know that what you said and the way you said it would shake almost anyone. You've met bandits on the road that have pissed themselves to a worse performance than what you just did. But you also know the bandits that stand in the face of your intimidation, that there is something usually greater motivating them. Something more frightening than whatever you can put on. She looks at you and says, "Sure, you can be trusted at the church, and we'll talk more. I'm going through a lot."
He softens up just a bit and he says, then pray that your secrets don't kill us before we make it.
We'll find out. As Ismark walks by you and opens the door. The procession up the road. It's still a busy day in Barovia. It's not too far after midday, and there's people in the street, and as you pass, all of them are pausing and turning, showing reverence to the former burgomaster as you walk by. There are a few tears. There are some that toss flowers. There are some that are waving raven's feathers. There are others who are tossing woven doilies towards you, doilies. Bright, you know Barovian customs. It's common for lace doilies to be made with very thin string, and just as a gift, a memory of what has gone. They tend to mean different things to different people. It's one of those weird kind of cultural things that a nation pulls together, and everyone has a different explanation for why. But funerals, you'll see people that throw the ones they made in memory. You make it.
I'll collect any that fall on the ground, I guess. And
That's fine. Usually they would be draped over the coffin as it's buried.
I at least eat one of the flowers.
No, they're okay. You eat it and it's like woven linen. It's cotton. Oh no, the flower. The flower is just. Sorry, I thought for a second you ate a doily. I was like, oh, I guess Uther would be one to pick up a doily and eat a doily.
you can.
That's exactly what happened.
I tried to get a flower. I got a little doily in my mouth. Like,
Just a bitter, wilted flower. You make your way up to the church itself, atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports... What? Okay. My description got jumbled for some reason. As you walk towards the church, there is one thing obvious in the distance. There's a cliff far behind the village of Barovia. And at the top of that cliff, there is a dark castle that Bright knows well, that everyone knows well. A castle that overlooks this valley, that no matter how thick the fog may be, if you look toward Castle Ravenloft, you will see it. And it will chill your bones. The church itself has obviously weathered assaults of evil for centuries on end. It's worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters seem to strain against the load of just existing. You walk up to the heavy wooden doors of the church and see that they're covered in claw marks and scarred by fire. Eastmark walks up and knocks on the door. Boop, boop, boop. Father Donovich! Father Donovich! You hear nothing from within. He tries the latch and it's locked.
I mean, technically, we do have a man of God here, so do we need Father Donovich? We can just go to the graveyard?
It's best to go through the church, but I mean, we could go around. About the time that he starts pointing to the side, the door creaks open. The church itself is musty, and you see a man in robes walking back toward the front, having just opened the door. Come in if you're coming in. He goes up to the altar and kneels.
Thank you.
Push the door open, go in.
I guess we place it at the base of the a couple feet in front of him.
yeah, I let Solaire take the lead on this. Like, wherever he plays me, I just take it with him.
Where am I? Here am I?
There we go. The door's open, and inside the...
I have a token for the Steel Defender now!
Yes, you have
Sorry,
tokens.
I got really excited. I got new toys!
Alright, there we go, that fixed that. The church itself is in disarray. The pews are broken. You pass through a narrow hallway to the sanctuary itself, where doors are closed to either side. The man who opened the door goes up to the very front of the nave and kneels. You see a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall and a brightly lit chapel beyond. You can smell mildew. There's debris everywhere, and you hear a soft voice reciting prayers.
See. I look around.
A second voice? Like other than
it's
the
his.
priest?
It's definitely his.
Okay.
I take a quick look around. I say to him, Father, it seems you have been neglecting your duties.
What happened here? It looks like a war.
He turns and looks at you. Heavy set man, balding, gray hair along the tops of his ears. His face is streaked with dirt and filth. His robes are unwashed, unclean. He looks at you all. Why? Are you here for a sermon? Sorry. You asked a question.
Can I insight this dude?
What are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to see if he's under any sort of influence. Like,
I mean, you can roll an insight check.
Is he well? We
is
could
he
already tell he wasn't.
right? Fire. Okay. Oh, sorry.
That's so adorable.
19.
He definitely does not look well. Sorry to center that. He seems ill, uncertain. He seems a little anxious. He also seems a bit afraid.
I'm just gonna kind of give Bright the signal to not stay away from this dude.
Soul will step up to him and say, "It looks like, well, Father, I'm in need of your temple. I need a few rites I need to perform, including this man here. You do not mind, do you?"
Rights to perform. What right does he have? He died. He wins. He's out. He's gone. That's what's right. What's wrong? What's so wrong? What? I'm sorry. What do you want?
I have a man here and a family that I need to put to rest. I want to know if I can use this.
He kind of reaches in his robes like he's looking for something, and he pulls out two broken pieces of a holy symbol. You recognize, you've studied the church for a long time. It's a holy symbol of the Morning Lord, but it's a much, much older style than the one that is emblazoned on your chest. One that has not been used in your area for a long time. The consecration is broken. The hollow is no more. The dead will come. The dead will come. The dead always come. The dead always come.
Explain yourself. What did you do? How did you break the consecration? Thank you.
Hey. It's my... You made a promise. You said you'd come. Then you came. You all came. I don't know how he knows. But he broke the symbol and said to let you in.
Who?
Where's the symbol?
He has two broken pieces of a metal, kind of a brass holy symbol in his hands.
Hey, I have mending.
Who broke it?
There's
that help?
There's one thing I'd like to check real quick while this conversation is happening.
Mm-hmm.
As a guy who breaks a lot of shit, I would like to just have Uther kind of take a look around to see, does this look like a group of people broke this shit, or does this look like one person came in here and just ransacked this joint?
It looks mostly... So this is all old breakage. So you break enough to know old and new. It just seems like this place has not been taken care of for a long time.
Okay.
Some of the breaks, I mean... It's hard for you to assess. You can... why don't you make a perception check. We'll see if there's anything that can help you out.
I want to try digital again. Here we go, y'all. I shouldn't have done that. 13.
Yep.
I'm just saying, for a guy who doesn't have anything for that stat.
I would have had 15 if I wrote analog, but whatever.
So
Analog.
nothing beyond that. It just seems like it's old breakage. He says, "Well,
Who broke?
the
You say he.
our well, this is Lord Strahd broke it.
He came here?
See, a few days ago. Yes, yes.
What did you do to anger him?
I did nothing. I did nothing to him.
Don't lie, old man.
Make an insight check.
Is he lying? Yeah, I'm. That was more. Yeah.
He's doing that. Can I roll a religious check to see if I know how to restore?
22 insight.
Yes, go ahead and make a religion. Bright, you do know that you can fix the thing he's holding. 13's enough. It's
13
not
religion.
difficult. With the original focus of the consecration, you do think that you could reconsecrate an area.
If you give me a minute, I could fix that.
Yeah.
I say from 20
Matter-
feet away.
No. While he's talking, I took it from him, and I already hear you pipe up. I'm coming over to you asking, "Can you fix this for me?"
Yes.
Right.
Shift. One hand holds that, and I just like one-handedly tinker with it and cast mending.
At the same time, what was his response to saying, "Stop! Don't lie to me"?
So, he is definitely hiding something. He's not telling you everything. He seems sincere about Lord Strahd coming. But he doesn't seem to be all there. Emotionally, mentally, even physically. He seems strained.
He broke you, didn't he? Or perhaps it's that you're in league with him now.
No, I wanted... I just wanted him to release my boy.
Release your boy? Is your child prisoner?
Father, I'm so
hungry.
I'm hungry, Father. No. And he goes back over to the altar and starts praying, just murmuring under his breath, "Morning, Lord, shine your light upon us. May it brighten our day. May it show us the way. May it lead us down the paths that you have. May it..."
The symbol is fixed after 1 minute, by the way.
Do you all hear that? Or...
Yeah, I'm going to put a hand on Solaire, and I'm going to say, in the house you had the means to find all manners of evil. Can you do so again?
Father, feed me now.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. So
Feed me now.
this thing takes.
Leaf is gonna start walking. Like this is freaking him out a little bit. He's gonna start walking around, try to locate this voice.
Make a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just tell my
20,
metal dogs
30,
start
20.
pacing around me.
So you look down at the wooden beams of the floor, and the sound seems to be coming from below.
Who is down there? Is this your son making this racket?
Morning, Lord, guide us. Morning, Lord, protect us. May your light shine on us. Take this burden from me. Shine the darkness. Make it go away. Make it go away.
Are you starving your own child, man? What's going on here?
Make it go away. Make it go away. He puts both his hands on his head when you approach him, and you can see the edges of his robes are stained in blood, and both of his wrists have scars all over them. Please just...
I'm gonna grab one of his hands and like look at his arm.
What are these marks?
A compromise. I can't stand. It's his birthday. Every year on his birthday is when he eats.
You turned Doro, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
No, just take the symbol and go. Let me fight my own evils. Let me live with my own
You have
problems.
Please, just let me out.
Here.
What?
Alright.
At least feed me.
No, I think she handed me the symbol.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finished tinkering with it and gave it back to you.
So I'm assuming I know the ritual required to reconsecrate the lands, correct?
Yes. So basically, you need to put the focus
Do
back.
you have ceremony? No, I'm just kidding.
You know that with the focus, and if you go to whatever tomb was chosen, there's usually a tomb of a holy person of some kind in the cemetery. That if you find that, replace the holy symbol and say a few prayers, that it's usually enough.
So I look at him and ask him, where does this belong?
Well, that's he looks up at you. Saint Claremont's. Saint Claremont, his grave is in the cemetery. He's the focus. Just go.
What do we need to do, Solaire?
We deal with the consecration first, then we find out what's under the church.
Let's do this.
Uther would just like to walk up to the altar, or walk up to the father, actually, and just put a hand on his shoulder. Death in my tribe is a friend. It is a kindness. It can be a reward. It can be peace. Perhaps your life doesn't need to be a struggle. Perhaps your boy's life doesn't need to be a struggle. If you believe in this morning Lord, as you say that you do, perhaps it would be best send the boy home.
Please, I'm so hungry.
Father Donovich looks at you, tears in his eyes.
Father.
I don't
Father.
want him to go.
I hate you.
I don't want him to go.
No,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
want him
No
to
one-
go.
I'm sorry, no, I love
No
you.
one's ever ready to say goodbye,
Please.
but that is why we must.
But he's still there. Can't you hear my boy?
I'm so
Do
thirsty.
you hear his hurt?
I'm so thirsty.
I
I'm so thirsty.
need to take care of this. Just leave me to my problems. He stands up.
Like, I take the hand off of him and I just say, I will join my friends and we will begin fixing what is broken. But you listen to that voice and you tell yourself or ask yourself, is that your boy?
Promise I'll be good.
And then I will join the rest of them.
Forgive me. Please,
So
just
he'll-
let me out.
Donovich will go toward the front door to a room over here, and he'll look at you
At least
as he
feed me.
takes keys out of his robe and unlocks the door.
Just a
Says,
Don't.
one drink,
ask yourself,
one sweet.
what would you be willing to do to keep
Let him
even
out.
a glimmer of your son? He unlocks it and enters the
I
room
am
and
backing
closes it.
up
Closes it
from
behind
that
him.
door as fast as I can and pulling whoever is next to me away. Yep. I'm just like frantically whispering, like, 3 years ago, his son went to Strahd, and when he came back, he was screaming and locked in the basement. He's made him like him.
Father, feed.
Zed is a vampire.
What do you
in
mean
there.
he's made him like him?
Zed is a baby vampire in there, or something. He said every year on his birthday he feeds, and his wrists are bloody. What do you think he feeds on?
I don't
Can
know.
he be healed? How do we heal him? How do we? Is this
I
like a
don't think you can.
disease? Is it like lycanthropy?
I don't
I'm-
think
I'm-
that you can.
I've just begun my studies into these kinds of things. I don't understand. What do we have to do?
Whatever that thing is, I can feel that it's spurned death. And death is a friend. He just keeps walking.
As you walk by the door, Uther, you can hear from within. It's from within and below. There's a thin wooden floor underneath you. It's obvious there's some kind of cellar below. You can hear Father Donovich.
Coming out.
Doro? Doro, my boy. Doro. Come to your father.
Donovich is a dead man.
My boy. And it goes quiet.
Y'all,
While that goes
Right.
on, Soul is already heading out the door.
Yeah, I
Yep.
said bright. I meant to say soul.
It's
Solaire,
fine.
let's be about this quickly. What if Irina and
Oh yeah, we have
sorry.
NPCs.
So Irina and Ismark have been standing
Ismark, thank you.
next to their father off to the side. Just kind of watching the whole thing.
So I walk
Whispering
past
to
them.
each
I tell
other.
them,
And she goes, well, I wonder why it stayed in the church for 3 years. Ismark looks around. Oh, maybe the church is holy. He can't come upstairs. Ha ha! And he stomps on the wooden board. Oh. Can you... Ismark walks up to Solaire. Can you, I don't think Father Donovich is up for praying anymore.
I look him stern in the eye and tell him, you need to leave here. I will take care of your father.
I have to see
And
him
then I
put to
keep
rest.
walking.
The graveyard's out back. And he follows you.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did we actually go out the right door on the map?
Yeah, that's
we'll
fine.
take the
Back
casket.
around.
So I will move you to a graveyard.
Oh, hooray!
Hey.
Just where I want it to be.
So I don't have the daylight version of this map, but it's only 1 in the afternoon, so it is daylight.
Not in
Overcast.
the afternoon.
It is.
He's on the moon.
It is the
Hey,
perpetual overcast of.
I'm so glad that we both went there, Noir.
Which side of the map are we entering from?
Yeah, that side where you're at, Leaf, bottom right.
Perfect.
You circle around the church, and there is a
Is-
iron fence that completely surrounds a graveyard. Oh, it's not responding again.
Rip.
That'll work for now. And as you begin to circle the church, the clouds gather. And the weather darkens. And a rain starts
You can drag
to
and
fall.
drop your. Sorry, GM.
Oh, I'm on the wrong. Yeah, you guys can
You
drag
can
and drop.
drag and drop your characters out onto the map if you want.
Hooray.
Oh, there we go. Learn something new.
And sorry, Uther, I have the wrong token made for you as the default.
I'm wounded for no reason.
And
Psychic damage.
Roll 20 is not letting me interact.
It's all good.
Got
I've
it.
got my.
I guess that means we don't have to fight anything here.
Got it.
That looks like the
Problem
wrong
solved.
token for Ficus too, because there's no ring around her. There it is. Oh, is that? That wasn't Ficus. That was Bright.
And we need.
Bright's here.
No, that's Bright. I see.
There's
I see.
Bright Steel Defender.
Getting confused.
My
Beautiful.
puppy. I love that the Steel Defender has a pink ring around it too.
I thought it would make it easier to.
It does. It makes me
Definitely does.
Let me.
happy. Can't wait to utterly wreck this thing so that I don't die this time.
So the two...
Why am I in front?
You circle
I
around
am
to
in
the graveyard itself, and there's stones everywhere. There's probably, 200 graves scattered around as the rain starts to fall. And you find yourself in a way too dark for being noon cemetery.
Lead on,
Solaire.
Solaire.
Rob, you're muted.
Right, kind of loud. So, what was the name of the gentleman that he mentioned?
St.
Our
Clair.
focus? St. Clair. All right. So I inform everybody that we need to find St. Clair if we want to consecrate this, and that'll prevent more of what his son is from happening, or at least offset it.
Mark says, it at least keeps the zombies away.
Zombies.
Yeah.
In the simplest term, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm dead.
Consecrated graveyard. They won't rise. This is not
Wonderful.
a consecrated graveyard.
At the moment,
Draws
no.
his great sword.
There you go.
Can I make like some sort of investigation or intelligence to determine like the oldest part of this cemetery? Just because that's probably where they would put like this is the OG saint protecting. Would probably be the oldest part.
You would need to pick a section to investigate that section.
I can't tell just like, oh, these are the oldest headstones, just like at a glance.
You
or
can make a
anything?
perception check from here.
Okay, cool.
But if you want to investigate, you'd have to get closer to them.
Alright. I'll do perception.
Do either of you know where we should go?
I tried to
18.
avoid this place as much as possible. I was very young when my mother died. I don't visit graveyards. We don't visit graveyards in Barovia. It's not good luck.
That's why you just
Leaf
burn
is gonna
it.
start
You don't
running
have to think
through
about
the
it.
graveyard and uses his feline speed essentially, and will quickly like skitter around from section to section to try to find this thing.
With an 18, I kind of ballpark and try and point Leaf in the right direction, I guess.
So you get the feeling that the group of tombstones up here are probably the older section.
Leaf, check that way first. The oldest part that will probably hold the oldest grave.
Will do. Do any of them stand out and look more intricately carved or anything? More
I'll
stately or...
get to that in a moment. Ficus, what are you going to be up to?
I think she probably would have been like not necessarily joining Leaf, but going a different direction and just kind of using her rogue speed to just kind of look in and out of things.
All right.
But I think also like not so much just looking for the Saint Claremont. I think she wants to look for anything that like looks out of place for a disheveled graveyard. So looking for something like that obviously should not be here.
Okay. So you're going up in that same section with Leaf?
Yeah.
Alright, toss yourself in there anywhere you'd like. Bright, you stayed down there to point them out. Soul, Uther, which direction are you guys going to go?
I am going to stick close to Bright and Tobias and just kind of lag behind Solaire.
Okay.
I have my dog doing small perimeter sweeps around me at all times at this point, so that we're good.
Ismark and Irina. Ismark is standing at guard next to Irina. Irina has a hand on this thin sword at her waist. Well, we shall see how this goes. The first thing that happens is there is a bit of noise within the Doomstones.
We split the party.
The scratching of dirt. The
It's fine. They're within sight.
scrabbling of claws. And I need someone to roll for me a d6.
Birthday
Bing.
boy.
Well,
So
sure.
the six hit first, so that's
Yep.
the one we'll go with.
Sorry.
No, you're good. The click of the
Birthday
day.
boy.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Also, I don't like that you said the 6 hit first. As in, like, you know, there's gonna be a second of these after this.
Oh well, there were 2 dice rolls.
Yeah, it's we got a bunch of thriller dancing zombies coming up.
And-
Cause this is thriller.
Roll your performance check to see if you can get the choreo.
And I'll take the
Uther failed.
Uther, who figured out the ballroom dance in Daggerford expertly,
Dude.
cannot get.
Look, you know what?
Man,
Now I
the
need
man
to-
has a genre.
There's no beat.
There's
I also don't get it. I rolled a 6. Getting my bad rolls out when it doesn't matter.
I know, right?
trying to pull these things because I have to populate them in this area. Because I'll take the 5 as the next one, so that seems like a where we'll stick it. So Uther, Soul, and Bright, you're the first ones to realize that the dirt to the graves next to you is starting to part.
Great.
And creatures are starting to rise.
I pull out the great axe and I tell Bright,
Yep.
if things go poorly, run.
And
I guess
roll
we weren't
initiative.
quick enough.
Guess who prepped Longstrider so I can?
Ooh, now that's more like it. I got a 24.
Click your token first when you roll initiative.
Yep.
There.
10 for Ficus, 18 for Bright,
Not
20
again.
for Solaire, and
Finally.
18 for Noir. Sorry, Uther.
The Uther.
All right. Leaf, up in the section you're
Do
at.
we get
Sorry.
our Irina and
Oh, yeah, they needed to.
her brother going to join?
Yes. They're going to wait for your guys' directions anyway, so you can go ahead and take your turn.
So I mean, I am currently unaware that there's an issue. I'm looking for Saint
Claremont.
Claremont. Thank you.
Was it actually Saint?
Yes.
Yes.
What are the rules for sainting people in Barovia?
So I'm gonna
Oh,
spend
sorry.
my entire turn looking. Essentially, do you want perception?
Yeah, go ahead and make a
investigation?
investigation because you're in the section.
Okay. Reading.
Quickly
Not as
reading
good at that,
gravestones on
but
the way by.
I am trained. Oh, that's an 8. That's
Uh,
a crap roll.
you don't see anything that seems out of the ordinary, anything different. There's definitely no more opulent graves than any other, and you don't see St. Claremont's name on anything.
Let's see. Cuthbert, Charles, Courtright. Where the heck is Claremont?
You know, Claremont Street? They were named it after him. Sorry.
I mean, that's all Leaf's doing until somebody tells him otherwise.
Okay.
So, I'm done.
And this you will recognize. Somebody roll me a d6, please.
Birthday boy.
What do we do
Okay.
not?
Boy.
3.
I rolled a 3.
That is this one.
That means 3 more. Kidding. Please don't.
So
Don't.
Ficus and Leaf, you see a creature coming from the north. It's undead, like a zombie, certainly. But instead of the dragging feet and the slowly lolling arms, its head is darting about.
Is it a World War Z
Shaggy.
fast zombie?
Soul, it's your turn.
All right. I will yell at our companions. You two help them find the grave of the saint, and then I'll look over to Uther and say, "If you kill more than me, I'll drink with you later."
He's just gonna go, so you can drink.
Yeah.
I'll step up to this one. And is that 30? That's 30. Hate that it keeps closing. Sorry about that.
Nope, that's fine. Take your time.
And he will take a Warhammer to the face.
He sure will. 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Go to 11.
Your hammer comes
Nice.
down on it, it just squelches into the thing's shoulder, and the entire left arm breaks, and its body collapses to the side. Its left knee collapses, its left side of its rib cage collapses. Anything else?
No, I think that's my full turn.
That was a soft crit. Max damage.
Bright.
I am going to check a spell. A second. And I am right next to Uther, so I will pull a bead out of my hair that I've like kind of woven in. It's like it's like a hairpin, so just like pull that out and just kind of like run it by baby Toby a second and then jab it through Uther's clothing, like his sleeve or his armor or something, and cast heroism as just kind of like, take this token, it's like imbued with our spirits. He's immune to being frightened and gets temp HP, 4 temp HP every round.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
And just kind of like pat you on the shoulder and be like, good luck. And then not engage with the zombies at all. And I'm gonna have my Steel Defender, I'm gonna use my bonus action to command my Steel Defender to impose disadvantage on an attack that's on one of us.
Okay.
He's gonna be right there.
All right.
So the Steel Defender is gonna stand next to Uther.
All right. Uther, you've got a dog and a bead from her hair, and you feel mighty heroic. So your temp hit points reset to +4.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Uther just calls out to Solaire, like as Solaire says that, it runs off. So you can drink. Then you will be drinking with me tonight. And then his eyes go black as he starts to go into a rage. And he just looks back to Bright and Tobias and he says, "Stay safe." And right as he says that, his shadows like emerge from the ground like the zombies, and then they run with him, except for one that walks out of Uther, and it is taking the form of Toby's mom. And Uther will jump off of the fence, great axe in hand, bring it down, and he is attacking recklessly.
Go for it.
Right on.
Let's see. Baby, don't fail me now.
17 will hit.
So that'll be 12 damage.
Your axe comes through, and very similar to what happens to the one hammered by Soul a moment ago, you cut through its left arm, its left chest, all the way down to its waist. The
Its
entire
left waist?
the left side of it down to its waist. That entire side of it just falls off, and it just hisses at you.
Yuck.
And just for the record, if this zombie attempts to attack anybody other than Uther, it gets disadvantage.
All right. Well, no.
And it has disadvantage if it attacks you because the dog. Like, it's just a sad zombie.
Squad.
So the one-armed, half-cut-off zombie will swing at Uther for a 13 with disadvantage.
That will miss.
Flails against you ineffectually. The one next to Soul will do the same. Does a 15 hit you, Soul?
Not even close.
Squad. So good.
I got the shield.
20. So this one runs up. This one makes it to attack. It swings at you. One of its fists slaps against you. A 17 hit.
17.
Oh, 17 does not hit.
All right. Its fists flail against your armor ineffectually. These.
Maybe I need to take a level of Barbarian so I can rage.
This one will run over by the fence.
Oh my god, my man's getting swarmed.
This one will run up to you.
Oh my god.
I don't
And
like
one
the
more
speed
round
with which
behind.
these just zoom right by.
So all the others had to run. So they shamble rather quickly up to you. The rest of them can't attack, and then Irene in the back will go, I can't remember where that stupid grave is. I think it's up here. She'll leap over the fence. It's not particularly high inside the graveyard itself. Just a couple feet high. And she will make a quick perception or investigation check as she looks around. Yes, it's this grave over here. She runs up to a stone, not too far from where Leaf was. It was probably going to be one of the next ones that he.
Yeah, you almost had it.
Saint Claremont. Yes, and there's an empty spot on the headstone. That's round. I think it goes here. I think it does. Who has the holy symbol?
Oh no.
Ficus, it's your turn.
All right, Ficus, upon seeing creepy guy over here, is going to step out to about there.
Mhm.
That puts him within range, and I'm just gonna shoot him with my short bow.
Sounds good.
Yep, 80 feet's within range.
Try to draw it this way, Ficus.
14 will hit. 4.
All right, so that's for a total of 10 damage.
You're not getting your sneak. You don't have any way to get sneak.
Oh crap! I should have hit him before. Damn it. Okay, then never mind. Just the 4 damage, and then so she's moved about 15 feet, so she can move 10 more. She's gonna flip him off, and then dip back behind this headstone here, and bonus action hide.
All right.
To kind of lure him over.
Go ahead and make your stealth check. And we'll go to Ismark while you do that. Sister, come back. Come back here. He runs up next to her. Has his great sword drawn. Holy symbol? Anyone? He turns to Leaf since he's closest. Do you have it?
Solaire has
I
it.
think Sol has it.
The angry zombie, that its head is jerking quickly back and forth. As it moves with that same quick, jerky motion. No faster than the other zombies. It's just like each step is much sharper, more deliberate. And it is able to run all the way up right next to Ficus. Stands next to you, looks at you. Leaf, it's your turn.
Ficus, try to draw it this way.
Which way? I drew it over here.
Yeah, no, I know. That was just for flavor. I will use my I actually am gonna do something fun. So so one of my new abilities is called Hunter Sense, and it allows me to take an action to determine what, if it has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerable. Like, how does this differ from the other zombies that we fought? Essentially, is what he's thinking. But mechanically, I get to know if it has damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, what they are.
Okay. It has immunity to poison. And no resistances, no vulnerabilities beyond that.
Okay. All right.
That's it. So it's immune to poison.
Okay. So is it? Yeah. That thing. Poison won't be any good on it. We'll probably just fire or, I don't know, weapons. I don't think it's actually that strong. That was my action. I don't have any. Well, maybe I do have a bonus action. Let me see something here. Is that a bonus action or an action? A bonus action. I will cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
And then I am done. Oh, ignore that damage. I thought I was going to put up the spell information.
Can
So,
I
it is
yell
marked.
something when it's not my turn, or no?
I will give you 6 words.
Okay, let me count on my fingers 1 second.
Nice.
Oh, look, it only takes 4. Solaire, drop the symbol!
And then I need somebody to roll me a d6.
I wanna. Well, I don't wanna, but I wanna roll dice.
Roll a 1.
Okay.
4.
4.
Okay, and somebody else roll me a second one.
Corndogg or Rob?
Noir was already on it.
Yep.
Nice.
Great.
I don't like monster summoning rules.
Alright, 3. So 4 and 3. Alright.
Yeah, I don't want to add to this, so
You don't want to be a part of
I
this.
don't need to roll.
I just realized that my little dice rolls are pink, just like my token, and that's just the cutest thing. Roll20 is the best.
It's not based on your token. It's based on the color that you have next to your name.
It's still the best.
So you can change it anytime you're in Roll20.
No, I'm pink.
3.
I mean, in any other game.
No, I'm always pink.
Right.
Like, this is exactly
I
what I
literally
wanted.
fought Wade in an alley to have pink for my game on Not Quite Heroes. He was like, I've been pink for 3 years. I'm like, get out. It's mine.
4 more zombies rise from the graves.
Oh, neat.
And another jittery one comes from the north. Ismar kind of looks around real quick and he goes, "There's a lot." Soul.
So, me tossing the holy symbol, would that be a free action or a action?
I specifically said drop. Don't throw it. I don't want you to break it.
If you want to, it's made of brass here. It's unlikely
Okay.
to break, and your mending
Okay,
makes it
cool.
good as new. So tossing a brass ring somewhere is not going to hurt it.
Okay,
If you want to throw with accuracy, I need you to
You
make
don't
it, use it as an action.
You don't need to. Just drop it.
Otherwise,
Are you gonna run up here and grab and get in this melee of zombies and?
Nope, it's fine. I got this. It's good.
You know what? I'll trust her.
I got a plan.
I will drop it as a free action.
Okay.
And then meanwhile, I will refocus on the zombie I was working on first because I like consistency.
Yep.
And it's the opposite of my paladin abilities, I swear. Draw 'em in. 14.
14 will hit.
With a 7 on the head.
7.
Nice.
Your hammer comes down. It's not anywhere near as strong as the first swing. Kind of knocks its right shoulder out of joint. Both of its shoulders are mostly useless. Its arms flailing, but it really doesn't seem to care anyway. Probably gonna fall apart soon, but not yet.
Mhm.
Anything else?
I don't have any defensive maneuvers, and no, that'll be it.
Okay, Bright.
All right. I'm going to cast a produce flame at one of the zombies that's hurting soul because I feel bad that I helped Uther with one zombie and then 6 attacked him. So, yeah, I'm gonna shoot produce flame.
All right. The one he's been hitting or a different one?
I'll let him finish that one.
Okay.
I would like to produce flame.
Critical
please.
hit!
Critical hit.
Oh, like a critical hit, apparently.
It is a larger burst of flame than you were expecting.
It's panic.
Yeah.
It's all
That's 13
adrenaline.
fire damage. That's awesome.
As you start to pull your hand down your braid as you usually do, instead of just that glow, your hair just bursts into flames. There's this fire halo around you. It catches fire. Looks very much in bad shape.
Gross.
Anything else?
I'm going to use my bonus action to command my dog, fetch, go, and give him the dash command.
Okay.
So on his turn, which is right after mine, he's going to run up, grab the symbol, and his movement is normally 40, so he can move 80 and make it right to the grave.
All right. So this zombie is going to swing at him as
He
he
can do that.
goes by. Does a 12 hit your dog?
No, it does not.
All right. It completely whiffs. It's still on fire at the time. It's too bothered by that to hit. That's it. Anything else?
He drops in nicely at Irina's feet.
All right. Uther.
He's a dog with manners. You get 4 temp HP, and
you
you're
get
muted.
your temp HP
Okay.
goes back to 4.
So, like, seeing that all happen, like, I feel like Uther and the zombie took a second to just kind of look at that fire streak across, like, okay. And then, so another reckless attack.
Absolutely. $19 will hit.
So just 9 damage.
So this zombie already has its left side hacked off. With a second upswing, you take the right side of it off, but it's not falling. It's hanging on by a thread. It's a head on a neck wobbling, trying to bite at you.
No.
Anything else?
The temptation. She can take care of herself. I am going to, like, after that attack, and I just see that it's kind of like a pathetic. I'm just gonna kind of push it away from me and make my way over to Solaire. Just for flavor, he is jumping off the fence again, but that he's gonna end right here. And that creature does get an attack of opportunity on me.
The bobbling head tries to slap against you, but
Sick.
it hits itself on the fence as you jump away.
That's almost sad.
Like, I feel kind of bad. Also, I am going to have my spirit guardians appear in front of Solaire. So attacks on him are at disadvantage. They have to attack me.
Okay. Now, does it say that are they going to intentionally prefer you, or just they can attack something else that's at disadvantage?
They can, but it would be at disadvantage.
All right. Well, they are dumb as hell. So
Yeah.
the bobbling head on a neck zombie follows after Uther and tries to whap its skull against you again. Does an 8 hit you? Or no,
It
I'm
doesn't.
sorry, you are
Oh, no,
flanked
I
by
attacked
zombies.
recklessly.
So a 23 does hit you.
Yes, it does.
Oh no!
It's okay, you
critical
got 10
hit.
HP, it's
So
fine.
that's 8 damage. That gets halved.
4 damage.
That gets halved to 4. That is then
Mhm.
absorbed by your 4 temp hit points.
Yep.
Glad we got that out of the way. The other 5 are all going to focus on soul.
Oh.
So a 6 misses. An 18 misses. Or 13 misses, rather. A 20 with disadvantage does hit for 5. 6 misses. And the one that's on fire rolls a 19 with disadvantage for 5 more.
So all you guys see is like these zombies attacking
There
Solaire,
is-
and like Goliath shadows are just like blocking and trying to get in the way for him.
But as they're hitting, they just push in closer and closer, and you start to see Soul like disappear in this just mass of zombies.
So that was -10, right?
Yes. And the last one can move around to attack you as well. An 11 misses.
Whew.
These up here,
You're not alone, soul.
they see...
Why did that sound like a threat?
This one is going to go for Ismark as he is closest, and then this
Oh, no.
one and this one go toward Ficus. The other one runs up next to Ficus but can't attack. So the 2 next to her, the first, a 9, misses as it flails at her.
I'm
And
scared for Ficus.
The other, an 11,
I'll get
also
them.
misses.
Okay.
So these 2 zombies just are... Ficus is dipping, dodging, and ducking.
Ficus over there pulling and 1 crossovers on these motherfuckers.
All they can swing at's her head, and she won't stop moving her head.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, yo.
And then the other zombie runs down to Ismark and flails at him ineffectually as well. Irina looks at the steel defender and takes the holy symbol and goes, I don't know what do I do with
What do you
this?
mean?
Place it on the tomb, woman.
She we'll go with this. So she doesn't
She's
know what
smart,
she's
huh?
doing.
Okay.
She's never put a gravestone back together before. She looks at it and fits it and turns it and lets go and says, "Like that?" And you can hear it just fall out and hit the grass.
Boop boop doo. Wah.
Solaire, this is probably gonna need your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Ficus, it's your turn.
All right. Well, this is terrifying. Oh, shit. Okay, so Ficus currently has a ranged weapon out, so this is great. What she's going to do is she's going to bonus action disengage,
Good idea.
and then
rogue for the win.
come on down here. And then in this, let's see, where is it? Draw a shape. Rectangle. In this space, yeah, green on green. You guys can all see it, right?
Yes.
She's
Sure.
going to cast Entangle
Ooh.
to kind of
yeah.
work on slowing everyone getting through it. Because I'm
You can
sick of them
change-
and they're running.
You can change the color if you want to make it look a little more
Oh,
obvious. Okay.
this is done by Ficus.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
representative of the whole you
Fair.
can't see the entangle.
This is true.
Alright, sounds good.
Ficus coming in clutch.
Anything else,
Look,
Ficus?
All pulling our weight here. This is great. This is a good fight.
This is almost like we're a good team or something. What happened?
I think she's accidentally gonna bump into the zombie next to her as she's casting. And by accidentally, I mean she's gonna try to like hip check it a little bit So it stops focusing on these plebeians that could probably be instant killed by him. It, him, her, I don't know.
Them.
Too much is
them.
rotten away. You have no idea.
Fig ass 1v1 me scrub.
Yep.
Meet me in the
Basically that.
gulag.
Nice little taunt.
You come here often?
All right.
Oh, hey there. Don't mind me. Entangle.
Ismark is going to take a look at the one next to him and go, "No, you get away from her!" And swing his great sword.
I just realized that
You-
Natural one.
I just realized that Ficus hip checking a zombie is like touching their knee.
And he-
Okay.
It turns to look at Ficus just as he swings at it, so he whiffs hard.
He did whiff hard, but okay, his attack is
Poor
not
bud.
set right. I'll fix that in a second, but he's going to miss anyway because it was a nat 1. But he does have... So a second attack, he swings that, and a
good.
7 also misses. Oh my god.
Oh goodness!
You know what? I need this effect right now. I need.
What
He
does he
just rolled
carry
a
the sword
1 and a
around
2.
for?
To look good.
Well, he just rolled a 1 and a 2.
He
so,
rolled
you
a
know,
1 and a 2.
he's a
Pour one
little-
out, dude.
He's too concerned about Irina.
Yeah,
right now.
he's way too distracted. He's spending more time looking over his shoulder to see if his sister's okay than...
That or he's got a thing for Ficus.
There
And
we go.
that's distracting.
Look, powerful magical women. We gotta draw.
mean-
like
it is attractive. That's what I'm saying.
And here is where we learn more about Gregory than we were anticipated this evening.
I said, if this dude keeps feeling like that, I'm threatening to get the Prices Right Fellhorn.
I don't know what he was doing. So, you could tell, even with his half distraction, he's usually pretty good with this greatsword. He seems surprised that he missed a zombie twice.
So aren't we all?
So this jittery one comes running straight toward Ficus, enters the entanglement area, and has to make a strength saving throw. 3, it fails, so he is entangled. The one that is hunter marked by Leaf is entangled. We'll grab and entangle. I think there's one where he's on his knees.
Yo, what did you do to roll 20?
There we go. I have no idea what happened. And then
this
the
poor man.
other one,
I swear to God, if this don't break 10.
8. So it goes that far. Nope, this far. As it goes running straight toward Ficus, who is the closest, but that's as far as it can get, so it goes back to Leaf.
All right. This just got interesting. So for flavor, I'd like to jump up on top of this headstone,
Absolutely.
and I'm gonna shoot at the one that's marked.
Okay.
Rah.
So
That is a 22 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
So that's 6 piercing, 4 from Slayer's Prey. I forgot to turn on Hunter's Mark, so let me roll a d6. Only another one. So that's a total of 11 piercing.
Every bit helps.
All right. So you send an
Sure
arrow
does.
toward this restrained zombie, and it buries deep in its chest, and its jittery head starts looking your way.
Okay.
Anything else?
Oh, I can do it that way. I unfortunately only get one attack each round right now. So that's, for the moment, that's all I can do.
All right. And then I need a d6.
It was my turn.
Yes.
So a 5, and then a second
5.
d6 for where they're at. 3. All right, same one.
I feel like the second roll has been 3 like each time.
It has been 3 each time.
Roll 20's like, let's give him a little bit of a break.
Consistency.
You know what? I say let's not even fix Tombstone. This is some great grinding. We can get levels out of it. Treat this like World of Warcraft, baby. Let's
Good thing we're playing Milestones.
Yeah.
let's farm some loot.
Soul, it's your turn.
Off of these corpses.
There's an awful lot of them out here.
How would I know if it was possible to actually teach her how to do it from here? Like, is it all the same, or is it like?
You say, now I lay me down to sleep.
So,
Yeah, that'll
like
work.
8 zombies.
why don't you give me a religion check real quick, and I'll see how much you recall off the top of your head. 20, all of
dirty
it.
20.
So
Yeah.
the symbol has to be affixed in a way where it will stay. So if it came off, either it was broken off, or there's no way for you to know why it's not staying from this distance. And then you have to pray, and it is a fairly easy religion check that you have to succeed at twice in order to reconsecrate the graveyard.
Yeah, but we know they dumb.
I've got something that can help this.
Okay.
And
So I shout to Bright.
Who's got sovereign glue?
Oh, you're about to teach me how to pray. Okay.
I'm about to teach you how to fix it.
Okay.
I'm saying Bright. It's Bright. The setting's probably broken. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I can fix that.
The setting's probably broken. I need you over there.
Yeah.
And then I will. Guess I'm just gonna use all my goodness today.
Do it. Turn the dead.
Yep.
Turn the dead. Turn the
Turn
dead.
them dead.
Yep.
So turn the unholy. Oh, wrong button. There we go.
It's all within 30 feet.
So 30-foot range.
It's only the ones around you and Uther.
Yeah.
And it is wisdom save, correct?
Yep.
Alright, so we will start with the one right here and go around the other direction. A 10 fails. A 12 fails. An 18 succeeds. So we're going to mark the one that succeeded because I think that's going to be less likely.
I'd like to note that was a natural 20. but
Yes,
it
that
only
was a
got an
natural
18.
20 that dropped down to a 18. The next one is a 9. The one after that is a 5. The one after that is a 2. And the last one is a 14. Is 14 save?
1 sec. Apparently.
I don't
And
think
that
it
is
does.
based off of
What's up,
my.
that magic juice?
It'll say on your
based
spell sheet, I think.
on my spell. Oh, that is
On your spell
yeah.
page.
That makes it.
Makes it? Alright, so 2 of them succeed, the other ones fail. The ones with skulls have resisted your prayer. Anything else?
I still got my move, right?
Yes.
Right. So 30. Around them.
Alright.
Was it 6?
Yeah.
Alright, so the 2 that succeeded are going to take a swing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I think it's only one can get to him because I'm in between.
Yeah, because he's in the way. Well, no, I walked around, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
he walked
shit.
around, so he
Yeah,
can't go
Sorry, but-
through those.
They still have disadvantage.
Yes, they still have
Yeah.
disadvantage. And Maggie Juice, they burnt down the death house. The first one, a 4 misses and a 4 misses as the one's head tries to bob at you because it's all it's got left. The other one flails ineffectively. The remaining 5 just are standing there, not moving, frozen. Bright, you're up.
Way I shout, Uther, I'm sorry.
Do you tell Uther not to attack?
You
I'll
learned
say
how
that.
this works in the basement, so Uther
Oh,
knows.
that's right. That's right. Okay.
All right. I'm moving myself into zombie options here, but
Okay.
that's because I'm just gonna start sticking this thing back in.
All right.
How does I do it?
You've got mending, so you can do it the easy way.
Mending takes a minute, though.
So you're gonna have to, an intelligence check with proficiency if you've got tools that'll help.
I have
I'll also be
many
there to help
tools
you.
that will help. I have Smith's tools, and I have Tinker's tools, and I have Thieves' tools.
All right.
Furthermore, I have proficiency with 3 other types of tools that I don't have on hand.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check with proficiency.
Scroll. Okay. That's the equivalent of this check, so I'm just gonna hit an Arcana because it's got the right bonuses. 15.
15 is just enough. The setting is broken. The stone is old. It's hard to get it worked so that the holy symbol fits. But you place this round brass symbol in, and every
Just,
time,
like, a couple of bits of metal to just like wedge it together so that it stays.
yeah. But the bits of rock start to crumble underneath, and it's tough. But you get it to work, and it stays.
Okay.
That's your action.
Cool. Bonus action, Dog is gonna be useful and defend us.
Okay. Sounds
So,
good. Oh, and as you got that close to that zombie,
Yep.
Tobias starts crying.
Because
I mean-
zombies stink.
We did
Zombies
take a
do-
baby to a graveyard.
We did take a baby to a graveyard.
So mechanically, what I'm going to do is anytime Tobias is crying, the person holding him has disadvantage. And
That's
if-
fine. My
on
dog
any
gets
actions.
disadvantage.
And anytime you're trying to defend him, you have to accept disadvantage to actively protect the child. So you
That's
give, or you
fine.
give advantage. So that's the mechanics that I came up with.
I'm the perfect one to hold the baby because my dog gives disadvantage, so it cancels out. Ta-da!
Uther, you're up.
You guys just hear Uther go, no, no, no! And he is going to take the dash action.
I'm not sure if the no is because he doesn't get to kill zombies or because I woke up his kid.
He is, despite heroism, he is afraid. So he is going to move right here.
But you get 10 HP.
Oh yeah, I get my 10 HP.
Yep.
Boop, 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 boop.
It's your 6-second reminder that I love you.
And this is a full round without him attacking or having been attacked.
There
So
would
you-
have been a attack of opportunity from the one.
that
So
one.
it'd
No,
be good.
because the
It already
zombie
attacked Soul.
reaction.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's right.
So
So you see the blackness in Uther's eyes fade away, and it's just like big, frantic, like it's not like calm, angry. It's more like if anything moves, I'm fucking killing it, and the ancestors fade away.
So, although you described that quite dramatically, the zombie that's just ahead did attack you during its turn. So if a
Cool.
zombie attacks you on the zombie's turns, you will still have been
Oh,
attacked this
yay!
round.
Yeah, I get to do my rage.
So you
I'm
have-
still angry.
you have rage unless no zombie attacks you.
Okay, cool. Wait, hold on. Did a zombie attack me last turn?
The one with just ahead
No.
followed you and attacked you.
That
It
was
didn't hit you, but it attacked you.
missed
That's
you.
all that
Yeah, it
matters.
attacked you.
Okay, well,
That's
I
all
guess that
matters.
counts. I need to read up a rage, but yeah. Cool. I have my rage, and my
Yes.
ancestors are still there protecting me.
Yep.
Yeah. That zombie gets a gold star for you tried.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all of these 5 go shambling 40 feet this direction,
Ooh.
which is more than that, but that's as far as they can go for the screen.
Yeet.
These two attack what's closest. They're both close enough to get to Soul to attack. This one's next to Uther to attack. I'm just going to work on attacks as I go.
Good Soul.
So, does Soul still have disadvantage he gives?
Because I have not attacked another target, yes.
Okay. So that one misses by a lot anyway. That one also misses by a lot. Uther, the zombie beside you, swings at you with its nasty-ass claws. It only has a 4.
Crit fail.
4.
Not
Natural
today.
1.
The one next to Ficus is going to attack Ismark again.
Oof.
It misses him.
I should have set the dog to protect them.
Yes. So as Ismark starts fighting, you see that his coat is over a pretty nice set of splint mail.
Good.
Cool.
This one is in the plants because of how all that works. I'm going to have it do its strength check. 6, it fails, so it is restrained. But it's still
working like the fucking Avengers, yo.
Nice done.
It is still close enough to attack Ficus, though, even though it's restrained, so it's at disadvantage. A 16 to hit Ficus.
Missed
That'll
that
hit.
critical,
Really should
thank
put the dog
you.
there.
Yeah, so that's going to be 4 damage to Ficus. This zombie is going to attempt its strength. 10 fails, so it is restrained and trapped there. This one runs straight in because they're all dumb. They're just zombies. A 13, does that succeed? Or are you a 14?
This on me. Sorry.
Yep.
Yes. What's your DC?
Yeah. 14 is my
Okay, 14. So the 13.
AC.
The 13 fails, and that one is restrained. This one runs towards you. It fails, and it's restrained. This one runs towards you. It passes. Oh, I was rolling them all as Strahd zombies. Which is a different number, but doesn't affect any of them. So that one passes and keeps going. It's close enough, so it will attack when it gets there. A 13 to hit.
The 13 did go through, by the way, for the strength before.
Oh,
It's a 12
It's a 12.
because it's based on my halfling nonsense rather than my rogue stuff.
All right, so then
My halfling
that one would have
nonsense.
gotten there too. 14 does hit you, I believe.
My armor class is 14.
Yep, beat it for 2 damage as this one flails against you.
Just heads up, the map on the stream is now looking at where Sol and Uther were. And
Oops.
it's just empty now. And
Yep.
kind of sad. Let's move him to the action.
I've been trying to move it around, and
You're doing great.
let's see.
Totally.
So this one will run. Well, this one can't see Ficus anymore. It can see Irina. So it runs all the way down to Ismark, and that is this one.
Can the doggo protect 5 feet of the dog or 5 feet of the people around it?
That's your dog. I don't know offhand.
I'm reading it.
So Irina looks. You got the symbol. That's good. Now, what are we supposed to do?
Pray to the morning lord. Ah! I think.
Do you know any prayers?
Yes. It's not my turn, so I can't tell them to. But yes.
She kneels in front of the stone, and she goes, now I lay me down to
There it
sleep.
is.
No, she has, so she has disadvantage because she's not trained in it. Is a morning, Lord, my soul to keep. I don't think this is doing anything.
All right, where's that Phil horn?
Ficus. Maybe if you got
Yeah,
the baby
man.
to stop crying. This is already going poorly.
Don't you blame my son!
Honestly, it's like people have never met a baby before and don't know that they cry. Like, come on, get over yourself.
Ficus is going to bonus action disengage once again, running
Yeah.
away,
Come by the
and
doggo.
she's going to come right here.
Good spot.
So she could be kind of on the side of the stone that they're attempting to pray at.
Mhm.
And she is going to pray to her own gods to intercede, which would be the collection of Yandala's children, which Yandala is like the halfling
Yeah.
goddess, like the reason why halflings exist. And so she's praying to all of those children to intercede on her behalf. To the Morning Lord. She doesn't really know much about the Morning Lord, but she's praying to the gods that she does know. And with my action, if I'm still allowed to do so, I kind of wanted to do some flavor spell casting again for her to uncover a new spell of her own.
You can either take
Through
your
prayer, because the prayer is somatic.
You can
Or
either,
the spell is somatic.
you can either try your action to pray to consecrate the graveyard, and since it's not Morning Lord, you're going to be at disadvantage.
I've got the Lord handy.
You're not a servant of the Morning Lord, or you can use your action to do your spell.
Okay.
It's your choice.
She's going to attempt to pray.
Okay.
Because she feels like this is attached well enough.
Okay. So make
Is it religion?
a religion check with disadvantage.
Or
You-
But not.
Where's that fail horn?
Yeah.
I got a different one for this.
You are so good. Is this sound coming through?
The one that it
the
rolled
stream?
after that
Yes.
that popped up.
If I
was
can
a
hear it, the
5.
stream can hear it.
Good.
All
It's
right.
a 4, then 5.
So, Ficus, you start your prayer to Yolanda,
Yandala?
but it's or Yandala, sorry, and it's Yandala, and it's not. You don't feel heard. In fact, you realize you haven't prayed since you got to Barovia, and not that you're necessarily a religious halfling, but it feels even quieter and emptier here.
Right.
Anything else?
Nope. That was all my things.
All right. Ismark will kind of look around. He realizes there's a lot more people around helping. He's like, don't worry, Irina. We'll get through this. And he swings his mighty greatsword at the same zombie as before. Like, this time, you dirty piece of... it slashes it
Hey!
for 9
23.
damage as his sword slashes, rips its stomach open as bits of its guts come out. And roll 20 is crawling for me. Swings
Honestly,
a
I'm
second
excited.
time at the same one. Also hits, doing
Woo! Same attack, too.
13 damage. And then it has to succeed at a really big roll. Oh, it's crawling.
That's
So-
an 11.
That's an 11. It fails. His second swing lops its head off, and he is the first one to kill a zombie.
Fitting.
Does anyone know the right prayers? Anyone? Anyone at all? That will be his turn. And it is the jittery zombie's turn. It will try and escape out of its restraint. A 4, it fails, so it still sits there. This one comes running straight toward Ismark. It is caught in the entanglement, which has put an absolute perfect stop on all of these zombies. Ficus. And the
MVP.
MVP for control. And then the last one comes running down as well. Last one for now, at least. Leaf, it's your turn.
Time check. It's 25 after 11.
Woohoo!
I'm willing to play a little longer, but I just wanted to ask because we're at the top of the round.
That late.
Yeah.
Depending on what Soul does, you guys could end this fight very quickly.
Yeah, I'm willing to go through another round. So
I think we can
Let me-
make it. We can
All right.
take them.
So I'm going to continue attacking the one that is marked by me.
Okay.
And, that is a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
All right. That is let's see, 6 piercing, 2 from my Slayer's Prey, and an extra 2 from Hunter's Mark. So a total of 10 piercing.
10 damage. Your second arrow buries even deeper next to the first, and it slows a bit, and it looks like it's ready to fall, but it hasn't yet.
Curses.
Anything else?
I mean, that's it. But that's it. I only have one attack right now, so
Okay.
I'm gonna stand my ground.
Bright, roll me a d6, and Ficus, you roll me a d6.
5.
3. They have all come from the same place.
Oh, God damn it.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Cheap was this play to keep packing zombies from the same grave.
It's an old graveyard.
It's
Soul.
just like a one family mausoleum.
Yeah. One family plot. Alright. So Soul is gonna run back within range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say that's close enough?
Yeah, because you can actually get one more where Irina is, so you can share that
Okay.
space with Irina.
So I'm just gonna tell her to cover me.
Move.
Oh, it's
Get
fine.
out the way.
I'll boop right there. It's fine. There we go.
Trade.
And I'm just going to drop this in the link. This is, if anybody's ever curious about Lathander prayers, this is the first one that comes up, and it's also an awesome one too.
Aw.
So, yeah, that's where I got my last one. So, what'd you say? It's about afternoon?
Yes.
All right, I'll just do a quick one for flavor. Let's see. So Soul gets down on one knee. He looks at he clutches his chest where humans have hearts, and reaches out to his god, and he says, "It is dusk, and as the darkness moves in, and the evening ritual must be said to ward off evil. What is the first step?" And then he starts reciting the tenets of his faith, which is like a bunch, which I'm not going to do because we got time constraints.
Roll religion with advantage.
Right. There it is. Oh, 11.
Technically, it's noon, but
That's why he just squeaked by with the 15.
Mhm.
As you begin
Lathander's
to pray,
like checking the time. Like,
Yeah,
no, you're
like-
saying the wrong thing.
It's always overcast. I can't tell.
I'll allow it, I guess.
Close enough. So, too late to say good morning, too soon to say good evening. The holy symbol set in the gravestone in its very center, the brass takes on an internal light and it begins to glow, radiating toward the sides. A beam of light, very weak, shoots straight up into the sky from the top of the tombstone. You get the sense that no more will rise, but the others aren't going anywhere. Bright.
interesting.
Yes.
Your turn?
I'm gonna bonus action use my dog. You said that this needed 2 religion checks, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna use my action then to do the religion check and use my bonus action to send the dog over here on my turn.
Okay.
So that's for its turn.
Mhm.
And then just if I can, as a free action, tap the magic rock that I have in my pocket. Just like a quick slap to turn it on because it's the rock that plays Uther's voice trying to quiet Toby.
Mhm.
So just like, shh, I'm busy, listen to your dad, and then just like start trying to pray.
Okay. You're at disadvantage anyway because you are not a servant of the Morning Lord.
That's fine.
Roll your religion at disadvantage.
Religion's easy.
Well, I
Oh.
could have crit,
So
but it's a 10.
you start praying, but I mean, you're just going through the motions. You know, it's.
I've heard like one song every year that we drive by that I kind of like the sound of, so I sort of remembered half the words.
Mhm.
Hail Lathander full of grace, Father, whatever, something.
Father Sunshine.
Father the Son,
La, la, la. All right.
blessed art thou amongst gods. Yup.
Uther.
So still very angry. We're going to attack recklessly and try and kill this fucker that's in front of me.
Also, I don't know if you knew that I recorded you for talking. So, like, hey,
he-
what's his point right now?
He's a little preoccupied right now. So he just
There's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
Did his voice help calm Toby at all?
Not as a free action, no.
Sweet. Okay.
So I think 12 damage on this guy. Is he still standing?
Oh yeah, he's still standing. He hasn't been hit yet.
Fuck. That is all I can do. Shit. You have to pray at this thing. Like we're still trying to get it to work, right?
Pray at it.
Like you have to be at that location.
You have to be
can't-
adjacent to it, yes.
I will take a back step just to be here. And can I attempt to pray?
Nope, it's an action.
Oh, then fuck it then. Then I will walk right back into it. He can still take his attack opportunity. I don't give a shit.
He missed. It's okay.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he just kind of turns around as he's like hacking at this thing. Pray right. That's
We're trying.
The handful of zombies are still running away down there. These ones go up to Uther. So there's 3 that are going to actually ignore Uther. They're going to run straight to Sol. That's right. Remember my own rules. This one will work its way around. Uther, you have an attack of opportunity you can take if you would like.
yes. I'm gonna take my attack of opportunity on this one because it's the one
It
that
would be that one you wouldn't get. It's the one you just hit. Ran away from you.
Oh.
My dog was supposed to be there. I'm sorry.
That's
I
fine.
noticed that I pushed him.
All right, yeah, I'm just gonna attack. Fuck
Go
it.
ahead.
So, yeah, and that's a miss.
Is still
So
reckless?
actually, an 11 hits.
Oh, then, yeah, that's another 12 damage.
So that is 12, and it dies as it tries to leave you to go straight to the praying.
So, like, all you see is like Uther hacked down at the one that he was fighting. This one runs by him, and you just see him quickly take a look at Toby and cut this fucker's head off, and he yells loud as shit at Soul. One!
This one runs up to Sol, tries to attack, misses terribly. This one runs in and tries to get to Sol, so it's going to try and shove past the dog. We're gonna do this. Give me an athletics
First
check
of
for
all,
your
how
dog.
dare you?
And also, since I just attacked, I am moving my guardians to protect Bright.
Okay.
That was a natural one for 2 for the zombie.
Yes, a natural 1 for 2 on the zombie. Waiting for the dog to do worse than that, maybe?
How about 22?
22's fine. The next zombie comes running in. It already passed the entanglement, so it can go in. It tries to shove past the dog. So another athletics check from the dog.
This dog is just a chonkiest boy. Well, it's
That time he gets shoved out of the way, and the zombie takes the place there.
Dope.
This
He
one,
still has disadvantage because he's within 5 feet of them, so...
Yep. He took his action to push out of the way. This one is going to try and push past you, Bright. Bright, give me an athletics check.
I'm not a chonky boy.
12, you fail. You get shoved out of the way as a zombie pushes past you to occupy the space you're in. This one try and succeeds. A 2, it's still entangled. This one tries to get out. A 19, it gets out. And it goes running down.
Oh, like, seeing this, you just hear Uther yelling, Bright, run!
There.
Stop yelling!
No!
That one tries to get out and fails, and this one runs in to there. This one runs into the middle of it because we've established they are idiots, and it gets entangled. This one runs in, and it gets entangled.
What a pretty map we have.
This one comes running in, and Roll20 doesn't even want to roll anymore. It gets entangled. Like, I don't even know why I'm rolling for you at this point.
Gold
That
star
one
roll
runs
20,
in.
you tried.
That is all of them, finally.
Alright, everyone get a selfie, because this is all of us.
Irina looks around. She's like, no, 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 no. Takes a desperate swing
She got a doggy back up, it's fine.
at the one that's just ahead. She misses with a 7.
Yeah, well, you know what happens now.
Ficus.
We can never finish.
So next week's summary is going to be like, Uther learns to play the sad trombone.
Ficus, you are up. We have you, Ismark, and the Strahd zombie, and then we are going to pull the plug.
You know what I miss? Multi-attack.
Yep.
Can't wait till 5th level. 2 more levels, guys. We can do it.
I can't wait till 4th level.
I can't wait for all of this, guys. I love this. This is a great game. You should do the burning hands thing. Oh wait, you're around all
I know. There's too many of us.
burning hands.
You know what? As long as Bright's not in the way, fuck him. We can take it. Just don't burn my baby, please.
You know, like, I get a little bit excited every time that you're like, don't hurt Bright, but I know what you actually mean is don't hurt the baby that Bright is holding.
Pretty
and
much.
I feel sad.
So I think I know what I'm going to do. It is the burning hands thing.
Yeah.
In the process, I'm going to take 1 attack of opportunity from that guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to share a space with... What's her face?
Okay.
Because I'm a halfling and I do what I want.
Mm-hmm. So he actually does not care about you. He doesn't even swing.
Perfect.
Oh,
Alright, and then... I am going to try to... Actually, I might need to come out here.
Okay.
Might need to happen. So what I want to do is create a 15-foot cone that gets this guy, but I'm trying to avoid the dog.
That's
Then
fine.
this guy and this guy.
I was gonna change the dog anyways. You can
So
kill.
if you step there, you're going to catch Irina in your burning hands.
You know
I
what?
don't want to do that, so I'll go back here. And fine, we're gonna risk losing the dog,
It's fine.
go.
and I'm just gonna try to shoot it out this way
Okay.
and take out. Is there like a draw shape with bone?
There is
Yeah.
not.
I was gonna say, you know, losing Arena is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah, she's kind of batty. All right, let's cast some Burning Hands.
Yeah.
All right. So it is a dex save. The zombie in front of you fails miserably. The one to your right fails miserably. Ismark does not get caught by it. This zombie 17 succeeds. Roll for your dog. And the one in the back fails.
So they take half as much damage on a success.
Right.
Full damage on fails. And then the fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Oh, we just set a
All
graveyard
right.
on
You
fire.
set a tree to your left on fire.
I have a question. Does it catch the bramble that the people are standing inside of? Because technically that's flammable.
It's if it's flammable, it's on fire. So the fire will start spreading toward them.
Excellent. I wanted to just be within range of that.
All right, is that it?
Yep.
Ismark will look around. He's like, I don't. Do I pray or do I swing?
Swing.
Attack!
So he takes.
We don't trust you to pray well. That's
Oh,
what we.
I'm covering
Watch,
him.
he actually has like full religion and everything.
He's a priest.
Covering him in orange dots instead of actually attacking. A 19 for 10 on the one to his left, and a second attack on it also hits for a 13. The thing fails its save. And he looks over at. He heard Uther say 1, and he goes, "Ha 2!" And that's where we'll end. That's where we'll end for the evening.
Awesome.
Gotta.
Hey, you know what, guys? We did well. You know, I think we earned this.
We did good.
A horde?
Oh, that one's
Well,
not
there was a
coming
part of me that really wanted.
Look at it this way, Soul. If you say the prayer and it goes well, you can technically count all of the zombies that go.
Don't do that.
Oh, no, don't.
Don't do that.
So for those hanging out, thanks for staying with us. A couple of us will probably stick around for a little bit. Some are going to head off to bed. But thank you so much for being here. We will be back in 2 weeks when it will no longer be Noir's birthday. He will then be a year and 2 weeks older instead of just a year older. Until we see you in 2 weeks at 8:30, just remember, be good. Bye.
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 For everybody else, any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms? And I think, Gregory, you were kind of dozing. If you
Sorry,
wanted to go, you're good to go. No worries, man.
No, I'm fading, but I'll hang for a minute for sure.
All right.
This was a really good fight. I feel like everybody got like a couple of iconic things. Like, this is good.
I really wanted more of those zombies to stay stuck in that brush.
That
I was planning on doing burning hands with the brush the whole time. But then I was like, maybe I can go and help and pray. I don't know.
I don't know any prayers.
I am very
We
Hey,
prayers
thanks,
for the
Shinobi.
morning, Lord.
I am very curious to see what I would have rolled for the praying. So the praying was what? A
Religion check.
It's a religion check, and it's a 15.
But
and you're at
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Why am I at disadvantage?
Because you are not
Wait,
you are not directly a servant of the morning.
Oh,
Lord.
okay, I thought it was if you don't have proficiency in religion, because I was about to be like, jokes on you motherfuckers, I am proficient. Well, you're right.
I have a +4 to religion just because it's an intelligence thing.
So let's
You
just
could've put all
let's
those
take a
zombies
moment to
out.
see that Uther could have been the one that blew up the cemetery full of undead. rather than
I mean,
I'm just saying.
fun fact though, he doesn't pray. He would just be talking to death, which is how he prays.
Oh, I thought you would have just shouted at the sky.
I mean, yeah. But he shouted loud enough, so yeah.
He would have said something corny like "Death, take what's yours," and he just like,
and it works somehow.
you know how mad someone would have been.
And Lathander would have been like, "No, that makes sense.
Like, no, it checks out.
Yeah, checks." I would have to agree with that statement.
I would
yes.
have had a whole side quest. I'm trying to figure out, like, what?
Honey, you're only 2 weeks old and you're about to have your first existential crisis.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure I have a meme for this in my phone. Like,
I got a meme for you. You would have been like,
don't get this audio wiped. Don't pull the video.
all right, well they can't wipe this.
him dunking on me.
So, any thoughts about the evening?
I dug it. Another session where I think you can really see the party gelling. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy how the tactics and everything are all coming together like effortlessly. It's dope. And we're doing it with a baby in the midst of this nonsense. That's how cold this party is.
So I forgot to.
I hope.
Oh, go ahead.
After you.
I was gonna say I forgot. I was gonna show you guys after you left Grammy Morga behind what she looked like.
Stop.
Oh, that's exactly what I assumed she looked like.
Oh,
She's
Yeah.
lovely.
fuck, I would have let her tell me a lullaby. Look at that face. Look at
You
that
let her
face.
feed you.
Oh my,
Yeah,
Yeah,
spider.
gladly.
you
She's not gonna touch my baby.
She has claws.
Yeah, that's what I
Everyone.
was looking at.
Anybody that holds their hands like that is evil. I don't care. You know, you can call me closed-minded. You'll see now Nif is evil. Yeah, actually, Nif, you're not doing it right.
Ficus has seen a lot of weird people in the woods. She is not deterred by a hag.
So sorry about all the tech stuff that happened early. That was it kind of kicked off slow and my computer wouldn't even boot up, so it was a late phone call and then man. I did
Totally all
so
right.
we still so one of the things I did and what took so long is I switched browsers because we usually drop frames and we still dropped a lot of frames, so I don't think there's going to be a fix for it.
Yeah, that's gonna be more about hardware acceleration and such.
What just
What's
happened?
Check the
I
chat.
missed it.
Rob sent the meme.
Oh, in
What?
Discord.
I don't know if you can put
Oh
it.
so
my
beautiful.
god.
Put that
The
on
perfect
screen.
one. It's the perfect one.
That's not healthy.
So the only thing I was gonna
That's
say is
amazing.
that I hope it was all right that I kind of took charge in the church with confronting the priest.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. It sort of felt like I was kind of stealing the show, but I didn't mean to do that at all. It just seemed like he would press into the guy.
We
What was that?
it's your personality coming through. Like you would press those moments and we all need that. Like not all of us can all be center stage all the time. Like one of us gets to be the center every once in a while, you know? That's fine.
I was more prepared to press him about why he had let the temple and the town go the way it was. But when I realized that, you know, it was funny because I like made him low priority the second I found out he let the graveyard go unconsecrated and a place where skeletons just drive around. So
I was writing all these different facts down, and so I completely missed the unconsecrated thing strictly because I was like, oh, Sun went to Strahd 3 years ago. Oh, Sun came back screaming. Oh, Sun just drank blood. Oh,
son's a vampire. Like, I just made that, and I was like, forget everything else. I'm gonna like freak out right now.
So I was very curious what you guys were going to do with Father Darovich and Doro, because their relationship and situation was planned before you all adopted a baby.
Yeah.
And
I think
so there
Ivanovic is
was
gonna just give up and let Doro eat him right now. I think
Before
that's what's happening right now.
so we still
Bef-
don't know what's happened between Dorovich and Doro, but
But I'm
Yeah, we're
pretty
gonna-
sure. Is it
before
Dorovich
Death
or Donovich?
House,
You've been saying Donovich the whole time.
have I think it should be Donovich.
I
It
think
should be Donovich because Dorovich would be Doro's child.
Yes,
Is
yeah,
how the last names
Donovich. Yeah.
yeah,
So-
before Death House, Uther is kicking the door down in the cellar and cutting whatever the fuck that thing is in half. Afterwards, it's like, look, man, I'm not gonna just bring the thunder, but you know the thunder needs to come. So the second you're ready for it, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't just bring death like I used to. That's why, like, he was so fucked up in the house with Irene and everything, because he's just like, I can't go balls to the wall like I used to, because it's not just me. And he's now now that he had a moment to like sit and think, and like the party's telling him, like, you can't just bring this baby with you everywhere. He's just like, yeah, I can, but what does that look like? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I built a dog for it, okay? It's gonna be okay. We can do this. We can do
Except
Strahd
when
with
we
a
need to be
baby.
quiet and sneak around
I am working on that, okay?
and like
A
yeah.
pacifier of silence.
I'm working on that too.
The thing that I don't know if I accomplished this quite as well as I wanted, so this might be just kind of a self-critical moment. But the thing that with Donovich and Doro and that kind of last comment he made before he went through the door, I wanted to kind of present a, even if you just had a sliver of that person you loved, would you do anything to keep just that sliver?
No, that hit.
That was good. And also,
Uther has been thinking about it, like, I mean, with little Toby, like, if he slips up and there's only a little bit of Toby left, would he be able to do what he just advised this new guy to do? And Uther's like 80% sure, like, yeah, the baby gets the axe. Like, what?
okay, but here's the thing. You have an incredibly smart person and you have an incredibly religious person in your group. So like let them try and fix it first.
Yeah. That's sort of where Leaf's head is like, if it's not a bad person, then we need to try to fix this.
That's
So I don't know how to fix vampire.
It's the other
Well,
quandary. I spent some time looking that up actually to see what in D&D lore is fixing vampires. But that is kind of a, I don't want to give you guys weird moral questions all the time, because I think
But
that
it's
kind of
kinda
gets odd.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to inject morality into a game like this. But in a meaningful way at least. I'm distracting myself. But the question of, it's easier to just kill the thing in the basement, right? I mean, maybe. Is it worth trying to figure out something else?
I mean, certainly when I was 16 years old, I wouldn't have even thought twice.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were weird
I mean, it's
16-year-olds. If you are like, yeah, killing babies fine.
no, it's just a
16-year-olds.
it's just his son.
It's just
Well,
his son.
sorry, dude, he's a vampire.
Well, and I tried to make Ismark point out he's in his 20s, or at least he was 3 years ago. He's the same age as Ismark, so it's not like there's a 9-year-old kid in the cellar.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's one of the things I intentionally wanted to avoid with Curse of Strahd, was that sort of thing.
Kids. Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that Uther is taking into consideration here is that this dude is a holy guy, and he had how long with this issue,
years.
and he hasn't.
He's
How
spent 3
long?
years.
3
He spent 3
years.
years.
3 years, and he hasn't been able to figure it out. Like after a while, you got to bite the bullet. In Uther's culture, like death is a friend, and the things that spurn death find horror in this world because they have turned away from something that's natural and calming and good. So this whatever it is in the basement has spurned death for 3 years straight. There's no fixing that relationship. There is no having a normal relationship with death. So you just gotta force that relationship, you know?
Yeah, Leaf's kind of on the
Mark,
same
it's
page for
complicated
different
with
reasons.
his Facebook relationship with death.
Oh, rock and roll. All right, y'all. I'm done.
Yeah. No, I
My
understand.
I am
notes
too.
are so manic. For
I
this.
have been done for
like
a second. Very tired.
normally.
Yeah, you've been moving in. It's a lot going on. I will say, Ficus, before you go,
That entangle was so good.
the entangle is so good because with Soul being far away, so the way it's set up is you can get the Father Donovan to come out with you guys to do the prayers himself. That just wasn't the direction that went. So there'd be someone there right away rolling the checks and stuff. But with Soul on the other side of the map, all of a sudden a lot more zombies showed up a lot quicker than I thought they would. Especially when you roll a 5 every single time, and every single time put them in the same section as the grave you have to be at.
Yeah.
So that entangle, I think that saved this fight from being a runaway situation.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated the other one run away. I do not want a typical easy mode because that clearly could have went a lot worse for me.
Yeah.
And
you got surrounded so fast, and I was.
Oh, thank God for that plate armor.
Yeah.
Because Soul last level would have been dead already. So.
Yeah.
So no love for the ancestors, huh? No, I get it. That's cool. Whatever.
Hey, your turn is coming next. You were the one that said you didn't want to do anything of note this episode. So
you're right.
You know, if it wasn't for the fact that
I'm
already
gonna interrupt you 3 for a second, so those two could take off if they want to.
Okay.
All right.
So,
have a good night,
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I think. I'm gonna say if it wasn't for the fact that we're all sitting on inspiration, I think you would have already gotten it twice already this evening alone. So I don't know why you complaining. We all have inspiration from last game, and no one remembered.
I did not remember. I've got it marked on my character sheet. What the fuck?
So
we all got it from End of Death House.
You all got it from End of Death House.
I didn't know they carried over. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, well, shit. That's not
bad. But I didn't know how useful enough. Like
you mean to tell me we had this whole praying situation, and everybody had advantage, and nobody for the motherfucking prayers? I'm going to bed. Y'all done sent me to bed pissed off.
I thought about it after you gave a whole speech to the priest, which basically stole that whole thing. And I was like, why is they not giving an inspiration? And then I looked, I was like, oh wait, we all have inspiration. And then I forgot about it again.
I'm going to bed.
I can't go to bed. I gotta worry about spiders.
Best of luck. I'll send my ancestors protection for this one.